It's like a Diddy video.
I'm saying. I can't wait till we do that video. Video's gonna be dope. I don't know what we're doing for it, but it's gonna be good.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What are we talking about?
An ego drip video.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's gonna be the single off whenever Khan drops a new album. That's gonna be or at least one of them. I don't know. I'm just the executive producer of said album.
Well, what's up, everybody? This is the most styling, the most profiling podcast in the wrestling sphere. God damn it. This is Ego Drip. I am the Wrestle Talk Drip God Hambone. I guess Nick's not going to introduce himself. That's Nick.
I don't need an introduction.
Wow.
I have
800,000.4
followers on LinkedIn. I don't need
this. Listen, I'm telling you, this producer shit is going to your head, sir.
Right to it, man.
It is going right to your completely covered head.
Look, man.
Well, we're missing Khan at the moment. Khan's on his way. He'll be here eventually. And then we're going to get into March MadDrip. We had a little bit of technical difficulties last week, but we're going to make up for it. We're going to finish out March MadDrip tonight. So we're just going to run our mouths, I guess, until Khan gets here.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about, Nick?
Well, how you been?
Oh, I'm all right, man. I'm having a day, if I'm being honest,
Really? That's fun.
Yeah, just having, a bit of mental health day, I'm in like a lot of physical pain right now. I got all kinds of things going on.
I was in and out of like headaches and body aches all day yesterday for some reason.
Yeah, I woke up a couple days ago, and for some reason, so I think like 2 months. This has got to be the most interesting stuff for anybody listening right now. I think about like 2 months ago or so, I pulled a muscle in my ribs, and it has just been on and off bothering me the entire time because there's not really anything you can do about them,
Right.
So last week I woke up and now it's like spreading to like my back. My shoulders hurt. Then last night I came home, I'm cooking dinner. One of my dogs got under my feet and I tripped and rolled my ankle. So I'm falling apart right now, being honest with you.
Well, at least you look good. I know you wanted your hat on the podcast.
The hat had to be on the podcast, Had to get it here.
You like that?
It's WrestleMania. Everybody gets all dressed up for it and everything. So, it only makes sense.
I just had to put a t-shirt on. That's all I had.
Oh, there you go. I have that same t-shirt.
Yeah, Walmart, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Had to pick it up.
Sometimes you don't have to spend a lot for drip,
And just to make sure that I knew this match, I went and watched it after I bought the shirt.
Okay, that's good. I like to hear that.
I believe this is the one that Mike Tyson refereed, right?
Correct.
Look at me.
Yeah, and it was Sean's last match for 4 years.
Wow, I didn't know that part.
Yeah, that's when he retired for a while because his back was all messed up and he didn't come back for 4 years.
God damn.
Yeah. Well, So how are you?
I'm good, man. Just trying to make it through life, trying to, get caught up on finances. Let's say that.
Oh, I know that feeling, brother.
I'm almost there.
Yeah. I am not almost there, but I tell myself I am in my head.
I bet you didn't know this. We're live on Twitch and YouTube right now.
Oh, look at that.
Look at
we won't get kicked off of YouTube this time because we're not going to use any clips.
No clips today. So if you got to see the clips on episode 2, good for you. Otherwise, this is technically episode 3, which is even weirder.
Right.
It felt like forever since we've started on our own. It really it's felt like a long time.
Yeah. So I am, we were talking off air about what we're doing for WrestleMania here, how whether we're going to catch it live or whatever. I am just excited to get to Saturday because I just have an awesome day from the morning to the end. I get to wake up, go get tattooed. And then I'm going to come. Yeah. Then I'm going to come back. My buddies are coming over. We're going to play our WWE 2K fantasy tournament. And then we're going to watch WrestleMania. And that's just a good day to me.
What tattoo are you going to get?
I'm finishing filling in my hand here that I'm covering up with an octopus.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah. You covering up something?
What's that?
You said you're covering up something?
Yeah, when I was 19, I put Rockstar on my hands. I thought that was real fucking cool. And then 35-year-old me is not a rock star, and I don't think it's very cool anymore.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I thought that was a good idea. Right on the hands. Thought it was a great idea.
I'm so glad I waited to I don't have any tattoos at all.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been considering getting some.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad I didn't I wasn't really into getting tattoos to begin with, but I'm really glad I never went and got something that I probably wouldn't fuck with anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really glad I don't have anything like that on me. I'm really happy with myself that I never did something like put Rockstar in my hands. I'm really glad I didn't do something like that.
Hey, we all make mistakes. My hands are, I'm covered in tattoos. My hands are really the only ones that I got to a point where I was like, why did I do this? And I even lasered them off a little bit to go over, which lasering is so much worse than tattooing.
Yeah, fuck that.
So much worse than tattooing. It took 2 minutes to laser my hands, and I would rather get tattooed for 3 hours than the 2 minutes it takes to laser my hands.
Oh, that dude.
It's awful. I have a couple tattoos that now if I I would get rid of them to have something better, but I don't hate them like I did my hands.
Yeah, I feel that.
No.
Yeah, I've only really thought of just doing things that I've been into for a long time, like Star Wars, and I would definitely get some wrestling, tattoo at this point, football, something, something because I've got decades of fandom into stuff, and so, I think that'd be stuff like that, and then just other stuff I'm interested in. That's the only time I would get any sort of tattoo about it. So I've been thinking about what I want to get first and anything like that, and I haven't picked one yet.
Yeah. I jumped in right at 19. I was like, I'll only get a couple. And now I literally have a tattoo appointment set up every single month of this year. And I've been getting tattooed for 16 years, and it's just never going to end.
Well, you have so many tattoos, you're not even wearing a shirt right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
This is not a sweater.
That's your tattoo.
This is me shirtless, actually.
Yeah, you took a full sleeve
Yep.
over the top. You've done it, man.
Yeah. I only have space from the waist down.
And that's the only hat you can wear because it only matches your tattooed body.
Anytime I'm shirtless, this hat is on.
Right.
Gotta be.
Man, where do you want to... You know what? I want to... Do you have a hot take this week?
Nothing off the top of my head. I did have some hot takes on my phone just to at any point, but I can't really access them right now because we're doing this.
I would like to talk about this, and I think it'll take up some time.
Okay.
On here. Mainly this John Cena Austin Theory portion.
Yep.
So the question isn't why is that the main event? The question is why would they make that the main event instead of what's supposed to be the main event?
I think Leon in the group chat we talked about that. The only reason that I can think of is to please sponsors, because John Cena is the cover man of 2K23 and they're a sponsor. So they're going to want the guy on the cover to either be the main event, or if this isn't the main event, if this is just a promotional photo, then they just want his face on it.
So, but that's the thing though, is I have a history in event coordinating. Mm-hmm. You put the guy on the poster, that's the people you think people are coming to see, which they are correct in that capacity. The problem is,
are they though?
What do you mean?
Do you really think that right now people are a ton of people are coming just for John Cena? Because I don't believe that.
I think
are there going to be some people there who are there for Cena? Sure, but 100,000 people, the bloodline storyline, everything that we've had, I don't think that John Cena is the draw this year.
Not coming to see it, but turning their TV on for it. Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think it's 75% of people are going to see John Cena. I think a third of the people that probably tune in on Saturday night because of this poster are going to tune in strictly for the guy on the right side. I absolutely do think so.
I think that is a hot take.
Because people who are into WWE 2K23, they were like, "Oh, I just fucking got John Cena, and I've been playing John Cena for the last 3 weeks or however long the thing's been on. Now I want to see him wrestle." I like, again, this is something that's catered to kids. There's a ton of kids that probably still like. They're probably parents that like John Cena. It's a whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'd say in between a third or like 45% of people are coming to see John Cena on Saturday. Wow. On Sunday, I don't know what, like if you're a very casual wrestling fan, I'm not sure what you're really watching. I mean, I just don't see Roman Reigns as those type of guys, like a John Cena, Rock.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Don't see him as one of those guys. I'm also a fan now, so I can tell you, that I knew who a lot of those guys were when I wasn't a fan. Whereas Roman Reigns, I don't know if I'd know who Roman Reigns is if I wasn't a fan of wrestling.
Right. No, I agree with you. I just think that, right. I think that, that if that is the thought process of, oh, there's a ton of people who are going to be watching this for John Cena, then if he is not the main event, if it is the opener, why would you make it the opener? Because you would just assume that people are going to be like, oh, all right, well, I saw what I saw. Click.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's where I think they made a mistake, though, is that they've made him the poster guy, even though he's been the poster guy for the last however fucking long. And then they're like, oh, well, he's going to be first, which I thought was a cool announcement until they did this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh, okay, they're going to, John Cena's going to come out first. Everyone's going to love to see John Cena first, and then we're going to move on with the night. Now we're doing this. It's like, what happened to Rhea? Because you win Royal Rumble, you win the Royal Rumble to main event WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah, no, I think it's an odd choice for real.
Yeah, like, I mean, but also on the flip side too, if you put this poster out and you put Rhea and Charlotte, I mean, Charlotte would be good, but in John Cena's name's just kind of lower. It's kind of weird too.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, we've had this conversation of neither of those matches deserves to be main event at the end of the day.
Storyline wise, no.
Yeah.
I don't know which one of these. I mean, I guess Ray and Dom would be the best one to put up there. That's the best storyline of Saturday.
Well, no, because Usos and KO are there.
Usos and I just love
that. That's my gripe with it, is that should be the main event. But I guess maybe they're thinking, well, if we do that, it looks like the same storyline is in the main event on both nights.
Would you be happier with this poster if it was Ray and Dom?
Yes.
I would too.
Yeah. There's more of a storyline there. Ray is going into the Hall of Fame. There's really not a lot behind Theory and Cena. There's really just not a lot of story in it. Like, he's been on TV once for it. Like,
the only story for this is that Theory is supposed to be the new John Cena.
Right. Yeah.
That's the only story. And even then, they haven't really built a story. Like, they've had, 2 promos cut against each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And Cena's only been there for one, so.
So it's like, I don't, and he did one, like Austin did one when he was in the middle of the ring, like, just hanging out.
Yeah. Yep. Like Cena couldn't have even done like a pre-tape and sent it in, play on Titantron or something.
Something, man. He did that for Roman.
Yeah.
For just a random SmackDown.
Yeah.
That wasn't even for a pay-per-view.
I mean, I think, what's up, B-roll? I think, honestly, that even if you take all of that out of it, I really think that promo that Cena cut was really bad. A bad look for Theory. Like, he just, I don't like using the term buried because I think that it's overused, but goddamn, he just tore him down in every way, shape possible. And it's one of those, I think that's also one of the reasons that I'm not that into it because he made him look so bad in that promo that it's like, why do I want to see this? You know, he's not like threatened at all. He doesn't think for a moment that, you know, Austin Theory is going to beat him. Like, he just ripped him down in every way possible when it comes to being a professional wrestler. And it just made him look really bad to me.
Made Theory look really bad?
Yeah. That one promo they had, like, Cena just tore him a new asshole.
He did.
Like, it was a really bad look for Theory.
Yeah, I didn't think of it that way. I guess I was looking at it more so like Theory's the heel, I guess. And I think a lot of people, like, again, the people who are coming in to see John Cena wrestle, I think they're looking to see John Cena beat up on this kid that they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
As John Cena casual fans, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. I think Theory's going to win.
Yeah, so do I.
So I think it's going to be a whole lot sweeter now that Cena has just ran into this kid, you know, that one night. And because, you know, they're going to play that the whole way through before they get up on stage there or before they get in the ring. And then Theory's going to beat him. And it's going to be like, Cena said this guy was nobody. Cena played this guy out, and he just beat him.
Right.
He probably beats him bad. And
well, that's what I'm wondering is
corner. So he's not like so there's not going to be some random like goon guy coming out. Like he doesn't have any Uso type people. The Usos aren't going to run in and, you know, help him out or anything. No one likes Theory. No one's a friend of Theory's. So Theory's just going to beat him outright.
Right. That's what I'm wondering is what is this match going to be? Is it going to be like back and forth, or are they going to have like Cena dominate and then Theory just gets lucky at the end? You know, how are they going to play this match?
I think Cena gets his licks in, but Theory's being mainly dominant.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't remember seeing much of Cena when him and KO fought Roman and was it Sammy?
Yeah.
When they fought, I don't remember seeing much of Cena in that fight.
Yeah.
So they could really play the card of Cena's still got real ring rust.
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean, I really think they could do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, last year was that match. I mean, literally, they said it themselves. They were just doing it to get Cena a match in 2022. So it wasn't going to be anything amazing. You know, they were just trying to get him on. So just so they could say he's had a match for 20 years, you know.
But in that same breath, you can say that when's the last time we saw him before that?
Right. It was 2021.
Right. So
it had literally been like at least 11 months.
Right. Exactly. So, I mean, you could definitely say before that, we only saw him in 2021. Then we've only seen him for a year and a half. We haven't seen him.
Right.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey, yo.
What up, man?
Right.
Yep.
I said, hey, yo.
Hell yeah. I said, hey, yo. What's up, y'all?
What up, man?
Long day.
Con's here.
Long day. I'm here. Yeah.
How's it going, man?
It's going.
Oh boy.
Nah, not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's just my the job I had now, we have like quarterly meetings. I didn't know that. So when I pull up, all like everyone's trucks are just there. I've never seen that before. So I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't get no text. And then one of my coworkers hits me later. He's like, yeah, did my boss, he was like, yo, did he let you know about a meeting this morning? I said, nah. He was like, yeah, you're not in the group chat. He's like, well, anyway, it's like a quarterly meeting they have to do it for like insurance purposes. And he was like, yeah, like in the mornings, you know what I mean? He's like, they're not long. They're like 30 minutes. They make sure that they don't go past 30 minutes. They like in the mornings, they give you coffee and donuts. And then in the afternoon meeting, they order literally 30 boxes of whatever pizza we asked them to order. And we eat while they talk to us about bullshit for 30 minutes because they have to, right? So I missed the morning meeting. I had to be at the afternoon meeting. I got to meet all the coworkers I've never seen before. Really good guys.
Cool.
But then my company truck broke down. Oh, not broke down, but the brake pads were fucked. So I had to switch trucks. And then when I was about to be out the door, the boss's daughter's like, oh, yeah, before you leave, make sure you switch trucks. And that took like a whole half hour.
Oh, my God.
Then I ended up in traffic and fucking 2 accidents.
Jesus.
But I got 12 hours overtime.
Fuck yeah.
Damn. That's a lot.
Fuck yeah.
That's too much. That's too much.
Let's talk some wrestling. What I miss?
So we were
We're
going
just
over
bullshit.
this poster.
Yeah.
Poster.
That was actually, but then I thought it was kind of lazy to do it. That was actually my what was that? My original what was that moment.
Yeah.
This poster?
The one on the left, that was my what was that moment. But then I was like, nah, it's a little too lazy. So I switched it up.
Okay. Well, why don't we, now that Con is here, let's get into March MadDrip so that we can get this shit finished. Oh boy. Oh boy. So we're doing both. We had a little technical difficulties last week, so we're going to do the quarterfinals and the finals tonight.
2
Semifinals and finals.
Semifinals and finals. Excuse me.
No worries.
Sports.
Sports.
Ball.
Sports ball. Football.
All right, y'all. We got.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I don't want
to do it.
Damn. God damn. And Mandy looks so fine in this photo.
Yeah, bro. And she rocks it, bro. She rocks it.
Who's going first?
Not me. I'm not doing it.
Shit, I'll do it. I'll break the ice.
Oh, well, thank you, B-Roll. Appreciate
you,
that.
Appreciate that, dog.
I thought you were doing it, Con. I thought you had a choice.
I'm not scared. Don't make no mistake. I'm not scared.
Let's hear it.
It's a tough decision.
Or do you just not have a choice yet?
I don't want to regret my decision.
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Let's hear it.
Ray and Dom.
Mm.
You know what? Like, this thing, they beat out. I'm going to go back to the bracket.
Mm-hmm.
They beat out so many motherfuckers. Who they beat out? They beat out Seth. They beat out the New Day. They beat out the New Day with the Power Ranger shit, and they beat out Seth Rollins, who we fucking enacted in here as a bye week. And they still beaten out so many people. And
you know what? I have my choice, and I have my reason, but I want to hear yours first, Con.
So stressful, dude. I like. It's so hard.
Fucking shit, man. Damn. Ray and Dom.
Oh shit.
Ray and Dom.
Ray and Dom advance, but
I think my reason. I think what adds to me picking them is the fact that they're father and son. That's really cool to me for some reason.
It is.
For a father and son to like out loud. I'm gonna keep it a bean. A father and son tag team sounds a little corny to me.
Yeah.
When I hear it out loud.
Yeah.
But when it's presented to me, depending on who it's presented by, you got Rey Mysterio, who's quite literally a Hall of Famer now.
Yep.
And then you got his son Dominic. We watched Dominic grow up. So there's that. You know what I mean?
A really good heel.
We grew up watching Ray, and then we grew up with Dominic. And now we see Dominic in a wrestling ring. I never thought Dominic would follow in Ray's footsteps. Never even considered it. Just said, that's Ray's son. Here he is. He's a wrestler now. And they got this cool ass little father and son like duo drip going on. As fly as Mandy Rose looks. It's not that Mandy didn't have enough reasons. No, it is. It's not that Mandy didn't have good. I'll put it to you this way. Ray and Dom had a bunch more reasons for me to pick them than Mandy did.
Okay. Little side note real quick. I know there's been a lot of talk the past week about CM Punk. But I think one thing that's flown under the radar a little bit is Ray said on Instagram, after the match was announced, he put it up that he was going to fight Dominic, and CM Punk responded to it. And he said, "Good for you, Ray. I've been wanting to punch that kid for 13
I saw
years."
that.
I saw that.
I saw that. That was funny.
That was hilarious.
I saw that too.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
So my choice is also the Mysterios. And here's why. I love Mandy's look so much, but the more I'm thinking about it, the more I'm realizing that so much of it for me is just on that jacket. Whereas the Mysterios, I just love the entire fit. I love the entrance gear. I love the wrestling gear itself. Ray's mask. It's an overall thing with them. So that is why I'm choosing them over Mandy.
Very true. Because the minute
Not
that
to
Mandy
mention
takes that
the,
jacket
like-
off, I was saying the minute Mandy takes that jacket off, it's not a drip no more.
Yeah.
Still
It's
dope-
all right.
still dope
It's good gear.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely that jacket for me. So
And that belt too is just so good.
Yeah,
it
the
is
belt.
beautiful.
With the belt, I mean, the belt just adds so much to it.
Very fluorescent. I like it.
Chartreuse.
So Ray and Dom move on.
There's a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, me too.
It's a no-brainer. Ricky,
Oh,
no-brainer. Ricky's stands out more. Ricky's catches my eye immediately. I can't say that Will doesn't have personality, or I can't say that Will Ospreay does not have the personality to pull off that look, because he so clearly does, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, fucking shit. Like I keep looking back at Ricky.
you know
Who are you choosing, Nick?
The real thing about this is I feel like I see every time I see Will Ospreay, he's wearing something like this.
Yeah.
Right.
Whereas Ricky's never wearing something like this.
Right.
I haven't seen him wear something like that since.
Right. So it's almost as if like it's such a rarity thing that it makes it so dope.
He's wearing that outfit. The outfit is not wearing him.
Right. I was gonna pick Will just because I just love this. Like, again, we've talked about it multiple times, but the super villain look is just so cool to me. I think I'm picking Will, but I think Ham's going Ricky.
Wait, you're say it again?
I'm picking Will.
Okay, shit.
I
you said it was no brainer for you.
I gotta go with Ricky here.
Yeah, bro.
I can't get over
He's
the fucking 90s hip hop feel to it. I mean, that's my whole bag right there. And I just can't get over it. So that one is definitely moving ahead. And like you said,
you look
Nick,
like
I do
Power
agree
Line
with you.
from a Goofy movie.
What?
You ever seen a Goofy movie?
Yeah.
Remember Power Line, the singer?
Oh,
He looked like Power Line. If Power Line if that was yellow, he looked exactly like Power Line.
I did not make that connection, but yeah, now I see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, I do agree with you too, Nick. I mean, like you said, every time I see Will, it is something like this, as cool as this shit is.
Mm-hmm.
And it's his everyday gear for the most part. When Ricky, it's not the same as everything he always wears. This was a special occasion attire, and that is why it stands out so much for me.
Yeah.
All right, man. So last one.
Ricky advances.
If it clicks, give me a second.
Ricky advances. Can I just point out before we start this, both my drafts.
Man, what you got on the back?
Just saying.
Huh?
What you got
Just
on the back?
In the back?
Yeah, what you got? What's something going on in the back? What is that?
Well, WrestleMania 38.
Ooh.
Johnny Knoxville, Sami Zayn.
Mm.
I figured just in case you caught it a little bit, it would be there.
Okay.
I don't want to post it too much because YouTube will take us down for some
like
stuff.
shit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't even mean to bring attention to it. My fault.
You're good. You're good.
Wait, are this is the finals?
The final two.
This is the final two, brother.
I had it set up already. So
Ricky.
Wow.
Ricky.
that was quick.
Ricky.
You know what's really funny about this Ricky pick is that we found this Ricky pick way way late in our when we were trying to deliberate this. We found this Ricky pick so last minute, and he's made it to the finals. His Collins pick to win.
Ricky, this is an album cover. This is a cover of something, man.
It's his book cover.
I thought
Slap a PA sticker on that. That's an album cover.
You right?
I thought that this was a no-brainer for me, and then Khan just said that real quick, and now I'm really questioning myself here.
Man. It's and y'all saw how I struggled with Mandy and this one. As fly as this is, bro, I'm in love with Ricky's fit in this picture.
Cam, we gotta go first, man.
Well, if you're gonna force me to go first, Nick, then I'm gonna pick the Mysterios and make you choose.
Ooh.
That's great.
That's crazy.
I mean, this one is. I mean, it's that close though. I mean, it really is.
It's almost unfair because there's two people in this photo and Ricky's all by himself.
Listen, I'm not upset either way.
That's how fire his fit is. I feel like it would have been a little bit of an easier pick if it was just Dom or just Ray.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. True.
You know,
I just feel like if we're doing something where it's a tag team, we need to take the entire thing into consideration, And I don't think that we can just eliminate tag teams just because there's two people in it. You know what I mean?
No. I mean, they made it this far, and it has nothing to do with the fact that
no need to eliminate them. Just again, I say, with one of them missing, the photo is not as fly. It's still very fly, but not as fly. Whereas Ricky, he killing it by himself.
Facts.
That's a strong argument, Con. That is a strong argument, sir.
Ricky Starks, the 2023 winner of March MadDrip. Congratulations to Ricky Starks, bro.
The inaugural March MadDrip tournament goes to Ricky Starks at All Out. My draft pick, putting it out there again.
Wow.
I'm happy with it, fellas. I am happy with it.
I like that. That was fun. That was a fun series.
Yeah. I think, because you had mentioned at one point, Nick, that you had wanted to do a bracketology podcast. And if that's not something that you still plan to do another one, I'm definitely down to do more shit like this.
Hey.
I think that this, we have to do this every March. I think that this is our main one for sure. But if we do other ones, if you guys want to do that, I'm definitely down for it because I enjoyed this. This was fun.
Yeah, no, I'm about it.
I think so it's really something. So the name of the podcast is called Bracketeering. So that's the name of the podcast. I'm not sure. Me and my girlfriend were talking about doing it. We're still deciding on. I'm still trying to get this one off its feet.
Right. That's why I'm saying I don't want to step on your feet with it and take that idea if you are going to use it for something else.
That being said, though, we could definitely do some wrestling shit bracketeering on this show, and that and I think also we should probably just stick to maybe drafting one day and then doing the entire bracket the next day. I think that'd be a smarter decision because I've definitely noticed that we kind of are saying the same things over and over again, week to week.
Sure.
So I would like to just knock the bracket out, and then we could.
But I'm down with that. I just think for March MadDrip, we got to spread it out because it's, it's the whole play on March Madness. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, for the other ones, I get that
for sure. Yeah, we can definitely keep doing something. Like this.
Yeah.
Because I have a ball with it. The drafting and then going into the brackets, I have a ball. So,
well, congratulations to Ricky Starks,
absolutely,
the winner, the inaugural Ego Drip March MadDrip tournament.
Keep the drip coming, sir.
That's right.
We will,
and that's what we're gonna do because we're gonna go right into our segments, right?
Do you want to do segments? Do you want to go to? No, let's go to segments. Let's go segments.
Our seggies.
Cam, you want to do your
seggies? Get our seggies out of the way.
Get our segment. Let's do some segs. You guys want to have segs?
Let's have some segs.
Let's do some segs.
Let's do some segs.
I love hard segs. Multiple segs too. Like I'm not a one segs kind of guy.
Lots of segs, dude.
Lots of segs.
We gotta have a ton of segs.
Ever cried after some segs?
No, I have not, but I've heard that's a
you haven't experience. Lived. You have not lived. Have yourself a good cry.
We're definitely getting taken off YouTube now.
No,
what? We're just talking about segs.
Yeah, just some segs.
Let's talk about segs.
Just talk about Shaft.
Pull them joints up, bro.
Wait, what are we doing here?
Handbone drip of the week.
That's right. That's right.
Absolutely.
Cool.
I loved this look. The jacket, cool as fuck. Because I'm gonna be honest, I love Adam Cole. But I've never been a big fan of like his wrestling gear. Yeah, his wrestling gear has always just been like okay to me.
Very plain.
Yeah, but this really stood out. I mean, outside of his jackets have always been cool. But even his tights, his knee pads, I thought they were really cool. I liked the color. So Adam Cole is definitely my pick for the week.
Baby.
That Britt Baker black and yellow. That's what that was.
I think it's just they were just doing Steelers colors because they're both Steelers fans. So.
Yeah.
Looking very pitsy.
Sports.
Sports ball.
What else we got?
Did you guys watch All Access?
Nah.
Yes, I loved it.
I saw a little bit of it. I saw like the Bucks.
It was fun.
What was it?
It was just behind the scenes stuff. Like they were I think it was from Full Gear.
Oh, okay.
Where they were showing like some behind the scenes stuff, but it's gonna keep continuing on.
Okay.
So it's a series. It's a docu-series, I guess, but it's like behind the scenes stuff. So it's really cool to see it. Like I never seen anything like that for like wrestling type stuff. So it was pretty interesting.
I need to watch the next one. Yeah, no, I didn't catch. I caught like the very beginning, and I saw like when they were doing like the little like home videos of the Bucks, and then I think I got caught. Else.
Yeah, they showed some home videos, and then they went to the Bucks. They went into Adam Cole a lot. They went to Britt Baker a lot. They went to Sammy and Ty, which was really cool. And I think they plan on going to different people. So that's really cool.
Nick, if you can, because I'm sure that this is probably streaming somewhere because it's 20 years or more old at this point. But find Beyond the Mat and watch Beyond the Mat. If you want to see a lot of backstage stuff, you will enjoy Beyond the Mat a lot.
I forgot about that. You fucked me up with that one.
Yeah,
Beyond the Mat was tough. You talking about that was that old documentary, right?
Yeah, and it was so a lot of it like revolved around Mick Foley. It was during the Hell in the Cell, and you see him in the back, and
Nick,
the way that his family reacted to it. And
check Netflix, Nick, because the last time I watched Beyond the Mat was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there.
Okay,
but check it out first. But Beyond the Mat was really good.
Yeah, I'll look that up. What
was yours, Nick?
Mine was
Sheamus.
Okay.
I like Sheamus's fit here. I would wear this fit except for the hat, really.
Don't he always wear this though?
Say again?
Don't he always wear this though?
He does.
Yeah, but I just for whatever reason I just liked it today. This week. Okay. I thought it was a good look. I like the boots and the hang down straps off of his pants and the coat.
I just hate the hat. That's it.
Yeah, the hat's a lot. The hat's a lot. Yeah, but
there's one thing I know about it's hats.
I'd probably change.
Nah, not you, bro. Not you. You, I don't believe you. The one in the middle, I don't believe you. Nick, you, absolutely not.
I don't think I've ever seen you wear a hat on here, Con.
The thing is, like, I do wear like I wear my good share of like head ensembles.
Okay.
Just never really in the house. Say again. My head accoutrement.
Your accoutrement.
My accoutrement. Nah, I never. I don't know. For some reason, I just never. I might wear like a do rag in the house, but like in terms of hats, for some reason, I just never wear hats indoors.
No,
Yeah, I mean,
when you go out,
I
you
wear.
wear hats.
I'm gonna wear this hat to bed. You know, I was wearing it during dinner with my wife, sitting at the table.
Nick, what'd you say?
I said you always wear hats more so like out to places.
Yeah,
Like you always got like a ball
Yeah.
cap or something like that.
Yeah,
we're
that's how I am too. I don't wear hats in the house. I mean, other than when we're potting or
I
I'm
wear this
making
one
a
around.
TikTok.
Nah, I'm on natural, baby. I let the girls show.
When I do my segs, I wear this hat.
Oh, okay.
Only
You
when I
lock
do
it
the
in,
segs, though.
get
Yeah.
real serious about it.
Strap it in. That's
Yeah.
crazy. He's strap it in.
Yeah.
Only
You hear
when I
like
do
a you hear like
segs,
a
though.
gun. You hear like a gun
He's
cocking when
strapped
he
in
does
more
that?
ways than one.
That's gross. Oh, that's sick.
All right. So
did not
Con didn't have a drip this week.
No one impressed me.
No
one.
Should be dressing to impress this man.
Be ashamed of yourselves.
Mm.
No way, QT.
This fucking guy.
What?
He has got to be
drag. Okay,
He has got to be one of the worst dressed wrestlers.
he's terrible.
There
bruh.
is. He went from all those stupid fucking bowling shirts. When's
Those
the last
sweatshirts don't
bowling
ask for-
shirts ain't been cool since like '98,
Bruh.
and even then you're pushing it.
Hey, look, man.
And now he's got this stupid star button up that looks like he bought it at a fucking Spencer's
TJ
gift
Maxx.
store or something.
It looks very What's that, Nick? What's that store in the Kohl's? He shops at Kohl's.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah. It's very Marshall's Home Goods.
Very TJ Maxx, bro.
Yeah, and I am not feeling it. I don't need QT on TV. You know what I mean? Like, I know that he does a lot backstage and he's a good coach and all that, and that's all fine and dandy. I've had enough of QT.
There, friend. I'm gonna stop you right there, friend. I'm gonna need you to put some respect on Mr. Marshall's name.
Marshall.
Because
Marshall.
Thank you, Nick. Marshall on QT Marshall's name. Let me tell you why. Name another wrestler whose boots are sitting, Nick is a witness, are sitting in Universal Studios.
I got photos, bro.
Huh? What? I'll wait.
I mean,
I'll wait.
That's pretty embarrassing for Universal Studios. That sounds a lot. That sounds like a character flaw of theirs.
Wow.
The best.
I agree.
The best that they could do was fucking QT Marshall.
True.
Yeah.
They had no other.
What was that place called? What was that restaurant called?
That was oh man, I was Planet Hollywood.
Planet Hollywood.
Yeah.
Good fucking restaurant.
When you walk into Planet Hollywood in the restaurant area or whatever, and you go up to the booth where like they're like how many are you right next to the booth are his booths.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
you have to see them when you
Planet Hollywood. It sounds like they've really gone downhill.
Let me put it this way: they got these monitors at the table where all they're doing is playing music.
Mm-hmm.
When Nick and them came down the first time, I think we went to Planet Hollywood, and I was really trying to enjoy my meal, and they decided to play Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me. Not Robin Williams singing it, Neo.
Oh my god, I remember that.
So that
pissed me off.
Neo.
That's me responding to what you said. So take that as you will. That was my experience.
Man, what happened to Neo? What's that guy doing?
Still writing music, probably.
Because I'm so sick of love songs. Nick, did you get chicken nuggies?
Oh boy.
Where?
At Planet Hollywood.
No, I did not.
Okay. I just heard stories.
I got wings.
Order the burger.
I got wings.
All right,
you see what QT has us talking about right now?
Yeah,
We'd much rather talk about Planet Hollywood than him.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is when you go to Planet Hollywood, you see Dorothy's dress, you see a lifelike Chewbacca costume, and then you got QT Marshall's boots. I mean, it's all there, bro. All the classics.
Clearly, it all makes sense together. All just goes together.
All the classics.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah,
makes sense to me.
What's yours, Nick?
I did not have a drag this week.
Didn't have one. Okay.
Just because I did not see anything that was like too bad. I mean, this is bad, but like I didn't see.
I try, even if somebody doesn't like necessarily like really stand out for me, I still try to just pick whichever is the worst or best.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
just to put something out there, but
yeah, I would.
What's next?
So, just for clarification, we all have the
Oh, that's
same
nuts. From different
MVP.
angles. We take the same photo from different angles.
We all
Well,
have the
there we
same-
go. Let's talk about it then.
Let's talk about it, baby.
I mean, this is the moment we've been waiting for.
I'm noticing that like they're getting like the big payoffs that we were waiting for. They're getting them all off on SmackDown.
Yeah, they are.
Because that was what it was.
Yeah.
When, was it SmackDown where Jay turned on Sammy and KO and no, not Jay.
No, that was wrong.
Where KO and Sammy reconciled. It was SmackDown. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then we finally see Ray hit Dom.
Yep.
Yeah, this was oh man. I think I like yelled when he finally hit him.
Oh, dude, I screamed
I
yelped. I yelped like a dog getting stepped on. That's the noise I made.
Bruh. Y'all saw the way he walked up on him?
Yes.
We
Like,
talked about this. Like,
wait,
that
Y'all
was
seen
one of-
American Gangster, right?
Yeah.
Y'all remember the scene where Denzel shoots Idris Elba in the head in the middle of the street?
Mhm.
But like when he just walked up on him, that's how Ray looked.
Yeah.
No, Con, when you tweeted the other day, you said Ray walked on him like Schoolboy Q at the end of the DNA video.
Oh yeah,
that's
he
exactly
did.
what I
He
thought,
did.
bro.
At the end of the DNA video where Q walks up and punches the cameraman. Yeah, he looked just like that, bro. And yo, he punched the. We talked about this, like you said. He punched the fuck out of Dom.
He did.
Bro.
He did.
His shit.
That was one of the things that we talked about when it happened. Was this was like,
thank God.
I mean, this was the moment that we were waiting for, but it stood out so much more because, I mean, Ray's been around for 30 years. It is very rare that you see Ray just be angry, and he was angry. He was pissed here.
He was
pissed. You know, like you said, Con, he had that energy of, "You're not going to talk to my wife."
Yeah,
like that. You can say what you want about me, but you're not going to talk about my wife.
Screaming at Angie's face, and he's like nose to nose to her. And I saw Ray's reaction. I was like, "Yo, dude, yeah." No, matter of fact, I think I texted. It was either y'all or the Plain Event Mafia chat where I noticed that Angie and what's his daughter's name, Aaliyah.
Yeah.
I noticed Angie and Aaliyah were both sitting front row, and I was like, "Yeah, some shit about to go down because they're sitting front row. Yeah, something's about to happen." And when I saw him screaming in Angie's face, and he's like nose to her, and I saw Ray turn around and look at him, I was like, "Oh, he about to hit him."
Yeah,
he was. I think that's what did it, bro. Like, yeah, you're my son, but that's my fucking wife, dog. I will beat the piss out of you for her. That's what that look said.
Look at Dom's face on the left, bro.
Oh, God damn. Ray put pork in there. Let me turn on the light real quick.
That's just fucking crazy, dude. Yeah, no, I yelped like a dog getting on when this shit happened, dude. I fucking was like, I didn't think it was gonna happen. I was like, Ray, you're still not gonna hit him. I was like, you're not gonna take this match. You're not gonna hit him. You're not gonna do shit. And he fucking did it. Thank God. It took a fucking month to do it, but he finally did it.
You know, there's part of me though that thinks that was the right thing to do though, because I mean, just think the way that you just said it, the way that you reacted to it. Would you have reacted to it that way if it had happened 2 weeks ago?
Probably not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they really spread it out for a while, yes, but they did it well because as soon as it happened, the fucking IWC exploded. You know, this is what everybody wanted to see.
Boy.
They did that whole thing like 4 times though too. It was like Ray, they're face to face, and then Ray gets out, and then Dom's like, "Oh, just do what you do every day. Walk away." And I was like, "Bro, we just keep doing this, bro. Like we're not, nothing's gonna happen." Yeah. And then finally, he screamed at his mom, and that was it. That was it, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but great segment. Like I said, as far as I'm concerned, this is the best storyline happening in WWE outside of the Bloodline, and it's one of the matches that I am most looking forward to. So,
same.
Yeah, that we'll talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
Emma's flashback. Ooh,
yeah,
Pitbulls.
Yeah, you remember Pitbulls, the WWE Pitbulls, Con?
Nigga, yeah. Ooh, my fault. My fault, y'all. That was a natural reaction, bro. I wasn't ready for that. Damn, you fucked me up with that one, bro.
Kid Cash and
Kid
Jamie
Cash and
Noble.
Jamie Noble. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Pitbulls, bro.
Yeah, they had a very short-lived tag team called the Pitbulls, but I just really liked their gear. I thought
liked
their
it
gear was
too.
cool. I really liked the colors they picked. I like that they, it was matching gear, but they had different gear.
Mhm.
The chains on them, the Pitbulls on them, everything about this was just really cool to me. So that's my flashback.
Man, I forgot about them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, this was a good pick.
Kid
Man.
Cash had
I
a
rock with you, bro, because you'll remember shit like this. Nobody remembers this. Well, I'm not gonna say nobody, but
Yeah.
like the minority of people that will remember this, I feel like it's not as big as like some other stuff that people will kind of pull out of the memory banks. I smooth forgot about the Pitbulls, and you fucked me up with this one. So well done, bro.
I mean, we just had that conversation about Thuggin' and Buggin' too.
Thuggin' and Buggin' Enterprises, bro. Thuggin' and Buggin'. Oh, I love Thuggin' and Buggin' ENT.
What do you guys got?
Ravishing. This is very gaudy, but like for Rick Rude, because it's on Rick Rude, he smoked this.
Yeah, but this is probably one of the best picks. Do you know why, Con?
Tell me why.
This is probably one of the best picks you could have picked out of his tights, because I mean Rick Rude always had cool tights, but this was during his feud with Jake the Snake Roberts, and that is Jake's wife at the time on the front of his tights.
Oh, that's so foul.
Yes, sir.
That's foul shit.
That's some nasty heel shit right there. That's some good shit.
Very ravishing, Rick Rude. That's not very ravishing.
Buddy.
So yeah, that is a good pick.
It's a little, dare I say, uncouth. That's what I call it.
Indeed, but makes for some good heel shit. That's for sure.
That's a wild level of disrespect. Right on.
Did you hear that, Nick? Did you hear that about what these tights are?
Yes, I did hear that. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
What are you eating now, Nick? What are you eating this week?
Chex Mix?
Is that a Chex Mix candy bar?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know they had it. I found it at 7-Eleven the other day.
Review.
It's pretty damn good. So it's a little thinner than a cereal bar,
Okay.
Like it's Chex. It's not like like a graham cracker or something like that.
Right.
But good. Chocolate on the bottom.
Nick, this is your flashback fit?
Mm-hmm.
Who did he fight at 29? Was it
CM Punk?
The Punk match.
Oh, interesting.
That whole match was a drip.
Yep.
That whole match was a fucking drip.
That whole feud was nuts.
I just watched an interview where the Undertaker talked about working with Punk, and I mean he had nothing but nice things to say about him.
Yeah. Punk seems like the kind of guy that Undertaker would get along with.
Yeah.
I feel like they would have a lot of the same mindset of a lot of shit.
Possibly.
I wish Punk would have been the one to end it. If it had to end, would have liked to have been him instead. But
for Punk, yeah, that would have been pretty crazy. That was a good match. I love that entrance, by the way. I love that entrance. I love that match. The psychology of that match. And I sound like a little fucking asshole saying that, but dead ass. The psychology of that match. No, I'm not kidding, bro. Like that shit was like. I like telling this story because I think I've only told it to like maybe like one or two people. But you remember like the beginning of that match, right? How it starts. Punk, like, first of all, Punk was very disrespectful. He was way out of pocket that whole feud.
He sure was.
But when that match started, and this is why I always tell people like rap and wrestling are the same fucking thing. And if you are a rapper and who likes wrestling, approach rap the way that you approach wrestling, and you will be surprised at the results that you get. That's why I say this shit. But I will never forget like watching that match, and in the very beginning of the match, Punk is like really he's playing with Taker, and particularly in the beginning of that match, there's like a spot where I think Punk slaps Taker in the face, just slaps the Undertaker. Slaps him in the face. Never seen that level of disrespect displayed towards the Undertaker. Slaps him square in the face. And I think Taker throws him in the corner, tries to hit him. Punk ducks and just keeps slapping him. And every time Taker tries to hit him, Punk is ducking, and then he slaps him again. He just kept doing that, just kept slapping him. And I bring that up because I remember when I was in Virginia, I want to say this is, after I dropped this song that blew up pretty big in my hometown. And I remember once that song dropped, I was the hottest motherfucker in my city. Like it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I was dropping all these songs, and I was getting crazy numbers for a local artist. And Nick can tell you, Nick was my manager at the time.
Mm-hmm.
I was getting unheard of numbers during that time. And I remember it was just like maybe like a 3-year run of me just being top dog out there. And this isn't me trying to relive my glory days, but I say this because it has something to do with what I'm talking about. But I remember I was talking to somebody, and this is like at the point where it's like I'm doing pretty well out there. I'm getting paid for shows and shit like that. Like a lot of local artists weren't getting paid for shows. I was getting paid because I was that good. And I'm still that good. But I remember telling somebody who watched wrestling and watched enough wrestling to understand what I was referencing, to be like, rap and wrestling are the same thing. And they didn't get what I was talking about. But they were bigging me up. They were like, dog, you're killing it out here. And I told them, I'm treating these rappers the way that CM Punk treated The Undertaker the first 5 minutes of the WrestleMania match. Because at the same time, like when you're doing that well, you have a lot of your peers that like aren't too happy about that, so they're gonna come after you. And again, Nick can attest, I had a lot of rappers that weren't very happy at how well I was doing, and they would all come at me, and it was just like I was like dodging them, just slapping them in the face. They do this, boom, I drop a hit. They do this, boom, I drop another hit. They do this, boom, I drop it was like that. So that's why I love that match, because I was able to apply that in a rap setting.
Absolutely.
Do you know what the feud around this was, Nick?
I mean, besides the face value, no.
Paul Bearer. Yeah.
Nope.
Because I love this feud that much.
Go for it.
So, Paul Bearer was The Undertaker's like manager for years.
Yep.
Paul Bearer died. He passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And Punk took it upon himself to just disrespect The Undertaker in the worst way possible. He stole his urn. He stole Paul Bearer's urn. And I think at one point he actually like took Paul Bearer's ashes and poured them all over The Undertaker after he attacked him. Mm-hmm. It was a very disrespectful, very foul, just like that. Hambone, I know you've seen that WWE documentary of CM Punk.
Yep.
You remember when he told the story about how Vince said that he wanted to see how he could do playing a bad guy? Mm-hmm. And Punk was like, what's the challenge? And Vince thought he was fucking with him. He's like, what is the challenge? And he's like, I want to see if you can do it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's heel. Yeah. That's if you really want to talk about heat, that was crazy. Like even if it's just a prop, even if that's not really his ashes, the image of somebody taking the urn of a dear loved one and then pouring the ashes all over you, like that's a crazy image, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I mean, and the other thing was that it just seemed that every week Punk somehow got one up on The Undertaker going into WrestleMania, which you didn't see a lot. Even with that, I mean, he had attacked him to the point where Undertaker was on the ground, defenseless, and he takes Paul Bearer's ashes and pours them on him, and then just sits there and plays with his ashes in his hands.
During the WrestleMania entrance, Punk came out, and this is when Paul was Punk's manager. This is when Paul was managing Punk. The entrance was Punk coming out, and Paul's holding the urn, and he's he's marching down the ring with the urn while Punk is walking down the ring. Punk was fucking playing hacky sack with the urn while the Undertaker was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good shit. Good shit.
That's good shit.
That's good shit.
Jesus Christ. Okay, let's.
What's cons?
We did cons.
Yeah, Rick Rude.
We did. Oh yeah, sorry. Okay. What do we got? Content creators then, right?
No, what was that?
What was that?
What was it? Oh yeah.
Oh, Scott D'Amore.
Fucking Scott D'Amore.
Scott D'Amore, bro.
Comes out
crazy.
Did you watch Impact finally, Nick?
I watched this match.
He hit me up about this. He hit me up about this.
I'm a Busted Open fan, so I had to at least check that one out.
Yeah.
So
when I found this one, I watched that in full.
I love Scott D'Amore.
I love Scott.
I think he's a great person to head up Impact.
Absolutely.
And it's always fun seeing him on TV. Especially, he's gotten real into this feud with Bully Ray.
Absolutely,
Like,
bro. He's a TNA original.
Yeah, I've
Really
just
is.
never seen, like, there's those couple weeks where, like, he came out and he was just in Bully's face.
Oh, bro, he wasn't
fucking
afraid to fight Bully at all.
Yeah, he's
kept
taking
telling
off
him,
like
"Let's
his
fight."
best to fight him, spit in his face, just all this shit. Like,
Yeah.
it's been crazy. And then he just comes out and he hits a fucking Canadian destroyer.
I've never seen Scott D'Amore do anything physical past maybe a light, maybe a brisk jog, maybe a brisk walk. I've never even seen him run, and he hits a Canadian destroyer.
Scott was a wrestler for a while, but as far as his time, like in the mainstream, all we've really seen him do is be a manager of some sort. So for him to come out and do something physical and more so than that to hit a fucking Canadian destroyer,
that's my thing.
It blew my mind.
First of all, I didn't even know that he used to wrestle, so that's already mind blowing to me. But like again, for as long as I've been hip to Scott D'Amore, I've never seen him do anything physical. So the first time I see him do something physical, he picks one of the most physically
difficult moves.
The Canadian destroyer, and bruh, he didn't even it's like, you know how you'll see like some wrestlers do like a stunner and like looks as weak as fuck. He killed that, bro.
Yeah, it wasn't even a bad one. Like he hit it out of the park with it. Look who it is.
Wife brought the booch.
Hi guys.
Hi Sheila, how are you?
I'm good. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
Are you feeling better?
I am.
Good.
Feeling bonita?
Yes, I'm feeling bonita.
That's wonderful because you look bonita.
Listen, that's my favorite soundbite on TikTok.
Like,
feel bonita? Wonderful because you look bonita.
I feel bonita.
What'd she just bring you? Food?
Kombucha.
Kombucha.
Oh, okay.
Shouts out to Joe. He put me on.
Fuck yeah. What brand is it?
Fuck yeah, Joe.
This is my shit. I go through like 2 bottles a day.
Oh yeah. We don't get paid for them, so they can put their logo right where the Ego Drip is if they want to.
Yeah. Sponsor us.
We need a sponsor.
Even though I think kombucha is gross. Sponsor us.
You're a hater.
We want to get sponsored for healthy tummies. Okay.
Yeah, man. Promote gut health. Promote gut health.
Absolutely.
You boys have fun.
Love you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh yeah. So when I saw this, I didn't know who Scott D'Amore was. I don't watch Impact. So I just saw they were like, oh, it's Scott D'Amore, the president of Impact. I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, I'm sure this is like a rare thing. And he comes out, he starts talking and like yelling and stuff like that. And all of a sudden he hits this motherfucker. I'm like, what the fuck did I just watch? I was like, what is going on? I was like, Impact is nuts, dude.
Yeah.
It definitely made me want to watch Impact more. So
you definitely need to watch it because Impact gets fucking wild sometimes.
I'm telling you, dog. Like and I think I said this before. Impact has definitely got like some of you will definitely see some really goofy shit in Impact. Some really like over the top, silly ass shit. But you will also see, and I'm not sizing Hamo, correct me if I'm wrong. You will see some of the best fucking wrestling you have ever seen, dog.
Absolutely. You'll see the best booked women's division in wrestling.
Hands down. There is no other division that is fucking with the women's with the knockouts. I promise you, bro.
Okay. Yeah, no, they're actually on right now.
I usually watch Impact the next day, but I watch them religiously every week. People sleep on Impact. I love Impact.
How do you watch it next day?
Huh?
How do you watch it next day?
I record it on Sling.
Oh, you record it? Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta set that up then.
Yeah, peep it, bro. You owe it to yourself. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I couldn't find like the actual photo of their actual interview, but this is my what was that moment. And I talked to y'all about it. Shit, I don't mind saying it again. For me, okay, so for people who aren't aware, Jon Moxley basically gave his side of the whole CM Punk, rant, and CM Punk talking about how Mox didn't want to lose to him. Nick, can you because Nick, you were the one that got me hip. You mind like breaking it down?
He left.
Oh.
Yes, I can. I was gonna myself some water. So basically, Mox did some interview. I believe it was on Renee's show.
Yeah.
And he came out and said that, not only did he say that, he's worked at different companies so long and the AEW just has the most like kind of dumb bullshit ever. The bullshit drama is basically what he said. And then he also came out to say something along the lines of, I was working on a handshake deal at the time of the whole Moxley Punk thing. And when they wanted me to lose to him, I basically told them no. And at first, when he said that, I agreed with him only because if I'm an athlete and I'm working with your company on a handshake deal, like there's no contract signed, there's no, like legitimate money coming to me for doing the things that I'm doing, then yes, I'm gonna make myself look as good as I can look. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna do some cool shit. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But then you guys got me hip to the fact that he was champion at the time. So now you're on a handshake deal, basically keeping the title hostage. You gotta kind of do what we gotta do to get you out of this title. If you're not gonna sign a contract, if you're not gonna do anything, you kind of have to, we got to do something to
business.
get the title off of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was how I felt about it. Cause again, we talked about it and you told me the point that you thought.
Yeah.
And I needed to make sure that I had all the details before I just started just saying what I ended up saying. And once I got them, like you said, when you brought that up to me, I was like, well, you gave me your opinion. I was like, well, I felt the opposite because again, like you just said, he's not signed with them. If what he's saying is true, if what he's saying is that around the time of the Punk and Moxley feud, I was on a handshake deal. I wasn't contracted with AEW, and I was there. Was he? I just want to make sure I'm right with this. Was he the world champion or the interim world champion?
I believe it was technically. Well, no, because he became interim champion after Punk was injured and left. But I think they gave him the interim championship after Punk was already out of it.
When he squashed Punk.
Right.
That was him just getting the world title, no interim.
Yes, because that was
and that's the match that Punk was talking about, correct?
Yes, because I guess that it had to be because that's the only time they wrestled after. That's the only time they wrestled where Mox had the belt.
Okay.
So it wouldn't make sense any other time.
Okay.
So I guess so. I
Okay. So if he was interim champion doing this, that would have been double wild. But I think you're right. I think that was him winning the actual world championship. Regardless, you're not contracted with and this is just me speaking from stupid ass fan viewpoint. But if you don't work for the company, I don't think you get to make that call, dog. And like Punk said, he said, is that what Tony wants? And because who won? Mox won that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mox won.
Yeah.
And he became.
It was like a squash match. That was that squash match.
Yeah. It was very weird too when we watched it. Like we all were like, "Why the fuck did that just go down the way that did?" Because remember,
if I'm Tony Khan or even if I'm CM Punk, because I don't know if Punk knew that Mox had a handshake deal or not. I don't know that. But if I'm CM Punk, or matter of fact, I'm Tony, because Tony obviously knew about this handshake deal. Let's say that there's two people that knew for sure about the handshake deal, Tony and Mox. If I'm Tony, and I hear Mox say, "I'm not losing to you," I'm gonna look at him and say, "The fucking nerve of you! Who the fuck you think you are? Like you don't get to make that fucking call. You don't even fucking work for me. We had a handshake deal. I appreciate what you did. Thank you very much. But you don't get to fucking make that call. If I got CM Punk, who's probably my biggest draw on the roster, a little bit bigger than you, no offense to you, as much blood and sweat and tears as you put into this, you are probably, if not you, then Darby Allin, but you are probably, you are the heart and soul of AEW. Yes, you are. But you don't work for me, dog. You don't work for me. You don't work here right now.
Yeah.
You're doing a favor. You don't get to keep the favor, bruh. If I want Punk as my champion, the biggest draw as my champion, you're not the guy who gets to say I'm not losing to you.
And this is why, like I've said it a million times, everybody knows that, Shawn Michaels is my all-time favorite. But when you talk about the Montreal screw job, at the end of the day, Brett didn't want to do business, so business got done to him.
Yep. feel that.
Because I agree. Like, you don't just let the guy who's about to show up on your competition's show walk off with your belt. You
Fuck
just
no.
don't.
Absolutely.
You didn't want to do business, so it got done to you.
Because if Mox was the type of guy to be like, yo, like I'm the world champion, but I want to fucking split. Then what? The guy who you did the handshake deal with just walked off with your shit. Now what?
Right.
He said he wasn't gonna, like, imagine if Mox was like, I'm not giving this up. If he decided to walk out the door with it.
He must have been interim champion then, because
I don't remember.
I would like to know when this was, because the only time he would have been Punk took the belt from Hangman, right?
Yeah.
If I'm remembering that correctly.
Yeah.
And then Punk got hurt, and then they had a whole tournament where like the winner faces John Moxley because he's number one contender. And then they did the whole tournament, and then they ended up, whoever it was, lost to Moxley, and now he's the interim champion. Then Punk comes back, and they do the squash match. So Mox must have been the interim champion at that time. So I don't understand why they just, if he's on a handshake deal and he's not, we don't know if he's going to come back to the company or not, why just take the interim away from him?
And that's why I said if he was the interim champion when he did that would have been double wild, because it's like, dog, you're the substitute on top of that.
I think he was.
And that's double wild. Again,
it's double wild.
You don't work here and you're the sub.
Yeah.
You saying no, I'm not losing to you?
And we're keeping you an interim champion. Doesn't make any sense.
Like, and I still fuck with Mox. Like, I still love watching. I still fuck with Mox. But yeah, that's to me. I don't know about that one, bro.
Tony's decision making is more puzzling to me in this scenario than Mox or Punk do it, because I think Mox,
Tony too. I'm like, where were you at? Why didn't you step in as the boss and be like, nah, that doesn't make any sense?
Yeah. I think we've had that criticism a lot of Tony. I mean, again, I love AEW. I love the product, but Tony has a habit of just not putting his foot down at times when he needs to.
Yeah.
You know?
Mox should have just, it shouldn't have been in Mox's, it should have never been Mox's decision at all. It should not have, like, it never should have been like, it should not, we never should have went to Mox and be like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Never should have been that. It should have been if Punk, and also Punk shouldn't even been in the conversation either, because he's still hurt. And Punk said that out of his mouth.
That's
Punk,
right.
I'm still injured, which is why they did the squash match, because he was already injured. So they just send him home.
That's true.
After the squash match.
Right.
Why are we going to Punk and Box about anything? Do what you want to do. Make another interim champion. If I'm booking it, Mox doesn't want to be part of your company right now. You take the damn belt off of him. You have another tournament that makes your champion that is actually part of the company. Could have been fucking anybody at that point. It didn't matter.
Sure.
And then you keep them for a few months until Punk comes back, or you just decide you're moving on from Punk, as they did. I don't know why they did any of the stupid stuff they did. If this is how it went down, it doesn't make any sense to me.
Right.
Punk's injured and Mox isn't there. What are we doing here?
Right.
There's so many other people you could have easily just, I don't know, given the belt back to Hangman or given it back to Jericho or something.
Yeah.
It was very weird.
Yeah.
What was yours, Nick? Let's get into it, because we got a lot to talk about for WrestleMania.
Yeah. So I'm still catching up, because like last night, like I had a lot.
Speaking of Moxley squash matches,
but yeah, I peeped this because last night when I was texting y'all, I watched. And what was funny was I had just got done watching Dalton Castle and the boys wrestle on Ring of Honor, and they had a crazy 6-man tag match.
Yeah.
So for them to go from that to this, and my bad to like start it off like that, but like when I was texting y'all, I was watching AEW, but I was doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, but I watched Dalton and the boys' entrance, and then I think I saw the Blackpool Combat Club come out. I shit you not. I looked down for 2 seconds, and when I looked back up, the match was over.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel
when I saw the poster for this match, this exact poster, I put it into our group chat, the three of us, and I said, I can't wait for this. I think this is going to be good. And Hambone immediately went, nah, this is going to be some bullshit. They're going to job out Dalton. And I was like, nah, man, they really should be doing it the right way. I was fucking wrong. I'm dumb. I should never have thought for 1 second that they were going to. And I don't know what the point. They could have put anybody right there. Why in the world would they give us this type of match and then just job them out like that? It makes no sense.
I feel I feel two ways about this match because if you know me, you know that I am a Dalton Castle mark. He has been one of my favorites for at least the past 5 years, maybe longer than that. I was at the show, the Ring of Honor show that he debuted at, and I had never seen him before, and he came out with his entrance. So I was like, I fucking love this guy. I don't even need to see him wrestle. And then on top of that, he was a great wrestler. So I am a huge Dalton Castle mark. So to see that annoys the shit out of me. Yeah. But at the same time, it also is leading the Blackpool Combat Club to what we have all said we think the Blackpool Combat Club should be, which is just coming out and wrecking people. But to your point, Nick, why did it have to be Dalton? Like you could have put 3 jobbers out there, 3 dark wrestlers or something.
Some dark
just
people,
have them come
whatever,
out
dude. Like Dalton's like, in my opinion, Dalton's one of the bigger acts in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And so for
Dalton is one of the acts from Ring of Honor that I think deserves to be on the AEW roster. He's done his time in a smaller promotion. He needs to be on a bigger stage.
May I interject? Hot take. Maybe, this is just maybe, I'm okay with being wrong. But y'all don't think that maybe because, we're now seeing like a very heelish side of the Blackpool Combat Club. They're just beating the fuck out of whoever they decide to beat the shit out of. Do you think maybe they did it that way just so they could have the bragging rights and say, hey, we beat the shit out of the Dark Order and Hangman. We beat the shit out of Dalton Castle and the boys. We beat the shit out of, I don't know, whoever's next on the list. Let's say, just hypothetically speaking here, we beat the shit out of Death Triangle. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all think maybe they did it that way?
If this match wasn't incredibly less time than the match they had with Dark Order, I would agree with you. Okay. But this was such a squash.
This isn't what I think. This isn't what I think. I'm just being devil's advocate.
I got you. I would agree with you 1,000% if this match lasted 10, 12 minutes.
If they had an actual match.
It lasted 2.
If they had an actual match. Got their asses beat, but had an actual match.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Honestly, I would probably be more inclined to agree with you, Con, if Dalton Castle and the boys weren't still being introduced to a larger audience right now.
That too.
To me, that made them look really bad.
I got you.
Compared to you could have taken 3 AEW wrestlers who were established.
Right.
And have that happen and have it not really hurt them as much. You know what I mean?
True.
But Dalton and the boys, I mean, they're just being introduced to a much bigger audience. So to have them just get squashed like that, I feel like it made them look really bad.
Okay, so let's switch it. Let's take out Dalton Castle and the boys. Let's say it's Top Flight and Matt Sydal.
Mm-hmm. That would have been fine.
Okay. Yeah, I would have been more okay with that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I got you.
Because we know Top Flight. We know exactly what Top Flight is. A lot of people still have no clue what Dalton Castle and the boys are.
Very true. Okay.
And especially like an AEW audience who's still trying to figure out this whole Ring of Honor thing.
Right.
Yeah. More so than that, actually.
But I feel like the AEW crowd, for the most part, knows Ring of Honor guys, though.
I mean, you have to really pay attention to Ring of Honor guys in order to understand Dalton Castle.
Sure, but at the same time, you got to remember that this isn't like a WWE like audience. A WWE audience wouldn't have any clue who Dalton Castle and the boys are.
Yeah,
AEW fans, they're hardcore wrestling fans. So
I'd agree with that, but I do definitely think that AEW has its section of the audience who has not seen a lot of these wrestlers that are being. I mean, we hear it almost every week.
Sure.
Vikingo, everybody went, I don't know who this guy is. Mance Warner, everybody went, I don't know who this guy is. Like,
okay,
you know what I mean? But more than that, I think your idea before, Con, actually would have been way better if it had been Top Flight, because the BCC has history with Top Flight where they've beaten them.
Facts.
It would have made even more sense for them to come out and be like, we're just going to beat the fuck out of them because we've gotten beaten by them before, and now our attitude's changed, and we're not having that shit anymore. Okay. That would have made even more sense, actually.
Gotcha.
It could have been any amount of AEW Dark / sometimes show up on Rampage / we occasionally see them on Dynamite type trios, not Ring of Honor people, because we're also trying to launch Ring of Honor.
Would y'all have been okay if they did this to Death Triangle?
No, I like Death Triangle too much. You can't squash them. Not to me.
Okay. Gotcha.
They were just the trios champions. You can't just automatically just jump in there and squash them. No, that had to be a good match. I'd be really pissed about that too.
Even
For a completely different reason.
Okay, all right.
It's a completely different reason than if they smash Dalton than if they smash Death Triangle. It's completely different reasoning why I'd be mad about it.
All right, so I'm only asking because I actually like this conversation. So, okay, so what would be the difference? Because y'all both agree that y'all are okay with it being like somebody like Top Flight and Matt Sydal. So how come Nick? Tell me why you're more on board with the idea of it being Top Flight and Matt Sydal than you are with it being Death Triangle.
We see Top Flight not do incredible things as much as we see a Death Triangle or a Blackpool Combat Club.
And sorry to interrupt, real quick, Hambone, to add to him, because he made a very good point. Top Flight has beaten BCC before. They have beaten them before. I completely forgot about that. That's very important in this conversation. But go ahead.
I think fans are more. I think it's a palate thing. I think it's more palatable to see Top Flight get squashed in the storyline of BCC in this manner than other people would be. I think because if you're adult, I don't think people who, like we're saying, we don't like this, but I also think people didn't give a shit about this.
True.
They shat on we don't care about Dalton Castle and the boys. So the fact that they got squashed in 2 minutes, it doesn't matter to us. You know what I mean?
So let me ask you this now. Aside, let's take out the fact that they've beaten BCC before, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that, because I want to stick to you saying that it was more palatable to see them squash somebody like Top Flight?
Sure.
Do you think taking their victory over them out the equation, do you think you feel that way because they're basically like the underdogs in that scenario? Like they're still kind of like the young, like, don't get me wrong, Willa Yuta is like he's 26, so he is young. But like to see, like, it's expected almost to, like, on paper, if you see Top Flight and the BCC, it's almost expected for the BCC to kind of just beat the shit out of them, even though they do put on good matches together, and even though, like, you know, they are like some of the most talented high flyers that we've seen today. Do you feel like that would factor in as to why it's more palatable to you for them to lose to BCC than it is for someone?
It's essentially it's you know, we've seen Top Flight, you know, put on matches, but we also seen them countless times on Dark, and we've seen them countless times on, you know, what I would consider the Dark people, the NXT people of AEW, right?
So you're saying that something like that wouldn't really hurt guys like them,
right?
Because people like Top Flight, or people don't care about Top Flight, right?
Right.
So I think if you like Top Flight, you kind of understand what Top Flight is in this company,
right?
And that you see them win, you see them lose.
Okay.
Whereas like Dalton Castle, or, you know, a couple other people, you don't really know who they are. So you either like them like we do, like we love Dalton Castle and the boys. We only see them on AEW television every once in a while, and we like them a lot. Because we want to see them get more shine, this hurt them. And that's kind of where I'm at. Where it's like when we see Top Flight lose, it doesn't really hurt them all that much because we see them lose a lot.
Right.
And it doesn't really affect my view. Like, I think Dante Martin's one of the most talented guys in the ring. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. Like, Top Flight is more palatable than both of those options because they are not so high on the card like a Lucha, like a Death Triangle, that it's going to piss us off that we don't actually get the match. But they're not so low on the card as Dalton Castle and the boys that it actually hurts them to get squashed like this.
Okay, gotcha. All right, cool. All right, yeah. And by the way, I agree with both y'all. Excuse me. I agree with both of y'all. Nick, you smoked it with that palatable point. You really did.
Appreciate
it. When the minute that Hammond brought up that they actually have that Top Flight actually has a history with BCC, I immediately remember that because the last time I saw Top Flight is when they beat them.
Yep. Yeah, no, that's a good combo. I like that one. Let's do content creator.
This is mine, Brian H. Waters. He just came on my feed probably just a couple weeks ago. He has a podcast as well. I just really like his stuff. As always, try to keep people under 1,000. But yeah, go follow him. Check out his podcast as well. Keeping it short and sweet because we got a lot to talk about still.
Indeed. Boom. Mine is Heavyweight Vape. Just like Ambone, he popped up. He's been on my timeline for a minute. He kind of filters in and out sometimes, but this is a content creator who I do enjoy his channel whenever I do watch it. And I do watch his videos whenever he does pop up on my timeline. He's at 326 right now, so let's help this man bump on up way more than that.
Yeah, now that TikTok's not getting banned for now.
It's not?
It got stopped in the Senate. So, a Republican tried to ram it through on some type of unanimous thing. I'm not really sure how that works, but a Republican, Rand Paul of all people, declined it, and so you have to get a unanimous vote to get that going. And apparently he shut it down. So it's very nice, very good.
A victory for content creators.
Yeah, like shit. So I think it has to go through another like set of votes. I'm not really sure how it works, but
I'm sure it's not done. But
no,
they weren't able to just push it through like they were trying to.
Yeah, they tried to really just ram it through. Like that's the word everyone was using. Like they're
trying to get real under the radar with it.
Yeah, so they declined that. So I think Senate's got to do like a real vote, and then it's gonna have to. If it passes, it goes to the House, and if it goes to President. I think that's how it works. So as of right now, we're good.
We're good.
But there's still a long way to go before we get to that point.
Ain't out the woods yet.
No, not close.
But a small victory.
Yeah. Do you have any more to say about him?
Oh no, that's it. Just help him get his followers up.
Following him, right? So I see Sully. I interact with this dude like in comment sections so much. I'm way more in the comment section of Wrestle Talk than I am on like making videos. I'm always commenting on people's stuff. So is this guy. I think his other page has way more followers than this one, but this is like his wrestling page. So I think that's why the videos are so low, but he created one strictly for like it says I see Sully 3 as his main. So I think this is his wrestling page. That's why it's so low, but I would like to get his wrestling page up there because it's Wrestle Talk and we need him to be higher up. But I'm always engaging with this guy. We're always talking in comments. He comments on my stuff and we talk back and forth on different comment sections and stuff like that. So he talks about it. So
cool.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into WrestleMania predictions. Con, before you showed up, Nick showed me that he has a whole notebook filled out. He's gonna track our predictions and then just for funsies, see who had the most when WrestleMania is over. So
cool.
So we don't have too long, so I think for the lower card matches, let's just give our predictions and move on so we can discuss the ones that are important.
We don't give a fuck. No,
good.
Yeah.
Well, we don't, but yeah.
Here we go. Saturday and Sunday. Big weekend, baby.
Bro, I can't wait.
So much wrestling. So much wrestling this week.
Yeah, there's two different pay-per-views tomorrow, right?
Yeah, you got Ring of Honor, you've got the Multiverse, Impact in New Japan.
Oh, 3.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Everyone's doing shit this week.
Yeah. Pretty sure that, a lot of the indie companies that are performing in and around LA during WrestleMania, they're going to be on Fight. I think GCW's got a show, so there is a lot of wrestling.
I'm watching. I'm
a lot of wrestling to watch.
Yeah. Let's see here. So this
are we like discussing this?
This one's pretty hard though. Like I don't think this is this is a no-brainer. I don't think this is.
I think
because there's definitely theories to where Cena wins, and there's definitely like reasons why Theory wins.
There's theories. I mean, the only thing that I could see for Cena winning is just to get that pop, and then the next night he drops it again on Raw. But again, like I said before Khan joined us, I think that the one promo that Cena cut on Theory really made Theory look bad, and I think that it would make Theory look even worse for him to lose this match on top of that. So I am going with Theory on this.
Yeah. Same thing. That was, and I don't dislike the promo. Because I'm gonna keep it a bean. I don't give, and as much as this has been in like a bit of an upgrade from Theory from his original character, I still don't give a fuck about Theory.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't either. I'm just looking at it from a pure like business.
No, I get it.
Because like, I really don't care about either of these guys.
I don't give a fuck about him. So like Cena, I'm not mad at the promo at all because like I didn't expect him to do that.
No.
But I will say that I've heard a lot of stories about John Cena from like, professionals and from like, like one of our friends works at the Publix that John Cena shops at. And I've heard a lot of stories that he can be kind of an asshole. And shit, when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I see it now. Very shocked that he went that route with it. As PC as John Cena is most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like he kind of said what I feel like a lot of people feel. We don't give a fuck about Theory. And I can only see Theory beating John Cena, but even then, it's just like the buildup of this has just like kind of been so kind of not really
lackluster.
Just lackluster, bro. Because we saw that one exchange, we saw Cena shit on him, and then we saw him bring out Cody Rhodes, and we haven't seen Cena since. And then like now WrestleMania is here, so the buildup of it hasn't really been that great. But I'm under the impression that Theory is going to beat him because, like you said, that made Theory look terrible.
Right.
That promo, as much as I agreed with it, it made him look bad. Like, why should I give a shit about this match after you said all the things you said about it?
Exactly.
And if Cena beats him, it just kind of confirms everything he says. It just makes just makes everything Cena said true. No one gives a fuck about that.
While I am not an Austin Theory fan, at the end of the day, he's clearly one of the guys they're going to push. So just from a business perspective, it doesn't make sense to me for Cena to go over
win
and make
I don't get why Cena would go over. Unless they really just wanted to make the point that they don't care about Theory. I can't think of any other reason for Cena to go over because, like Hambone said, Cena is the type of guy to win the belt and then drop it the next night.
Yeah. So you got Theory, Con?
Yeah, I got Theory.
I also have Theory. I thought some of the like theories of Cena kind of winning and doing his open challenge like he has, and I think those were very credible. I didn't think they were kind of just, oh no, that's not going to happen. I don't think that was it, but I think this is really hot take. Maybe this might be a little bit make or break for Theory right here, because if he doesn't win this, he doesn't win this, we know for a fact how WWE, but also like Triple H feels about Austin Theory. Like as much as they've given him, like they're gonna just take the biggest guy they've got and knock him down and bury the fuck out of him, and we're probably not gonna see Theory for a long time after that. At this rate,
if we do see him, we see him in the same light that we see Baron Corbin.
Yes,
right.
Like, that's really where it's going to be. Like he's going to be in that light. I don't see a world where Theory loses this and he's still one of the people that we care about or that anybody cares about. Right. The company, anybody. Yeah. I just don't. I don't see a world where that goes down.
Going right into this one, huh? Rhea. I mean, I don't see any reason not to give it to Rhea. You gave her the Royal Rumble. She had an amazing showing in the Royal Rumble, over an hour. She got herself over last year. It is pretty clear that the crowd is. I feel like the crowd doesn't care about Charlotte either way right now. Somebody made a point when I did a B-roll in XOJ's prediction show, and somebody on there had made the point that the original love for Charlotte coming back was just because people wanted the title off of Ronda Rousey, and I hadn't thought about that, but that was a good point because it cooled off real quick on her. So
it cooled off very quick.
I don't see any reason not to give it to Rhea, especially because hey, you take the belt off Charlotte, that means you can just give it right back to her so that she can get to that 16 number and way more. So
that was my point with this too, is that you give it to Rhea, Charlotte might have it by the end of the year. Like it won't. It doesn't.
Very true.
Charlotte
not even might. She will.
Yeah.
Not even might. She will.
She might get this thing 4 more times before the end of her career, dude. It doesn't matter at this point. We know she's gonna have this belt at some point. So I'm definitely giving this to Rhea. I don't see Rhea. It's Rhea's time, dude. Like Rhea is so dominant right now. Like she needs to be a champion on this roster right now.
Yeah.
No questions asked.
I got Rhea too. I actually and I mean I'm pretty sure y'all know I was a Charlotte Flair hater for a long time, and now as of maybe like a year ago, I love the Queen. I love her.
Queen.
The build up for this match has been kind of like a little lackluster, just like the Austin Theory and John Cena. But I'm still looking forward to this match just because I love Charlotte and I love Rhea, and I know that they're going to put on a fucking banger. So regardless of like, if Rhea loses, that's going to be nuts to me because she had a hell of a year last year. We saw her lock up with a lot of the men. She's been the standout star. Well, her and Dom, but her specifically have been the standout stars of Judgment Day, which was at one point a dying faction after Edge was kicked out. They pretty much had a toe tag on them, and then Dom and Rhea kind of were the ones that came to the forefront and turned shit up for them. And now look at where they're at. So yeah, it's just like Nick said, this is Rhea's time.
Yep. No question.
Man, why are you picking all the ones we want to get into? Pick all the stuff that we can bang out real quick. Come on. Go to a different one.
This is in order. Hold on.
I was just in order.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So for me, this is Lita and Trish and Becky. It should be Damage Control, but they've been booked terribly, and there's no way that that's going to change at WrestleMania, especially because it leads to something that I'll talk about later. So it's them three. Also, don't care about this match.
I
don't care about this match, but I got a hot take. This is just me, and call me the corny heel turn guy, but I think that Damage Control is going to win, and I think that's going to be because either Lita or Trish turns on the team. We've seen Lita and Trish. We've seen Lita and Trish both be heels before, and they are both excellent heels. I think that one of them is going to flip on the team. That's what
I can see that for sure. From the history that I know about, Trish and Lita and everything like that, I could definitely see something like that.
They're mean girls.
Yeah, they're mean. So, Ham, you said Becky, Lita, and Trish, right?
Yep.
Okay, just want to make sure. That's BLT.
BLT. That's their team name.
I just did
BLT.
Wrote it down.
Is that dead ass their name?
The Bailey.
No, but it should be.
Lita and Trish.
About the BLT. Fucking damn it. Canadian BLT.
Like shit. Fucking. If this is for belts, if this is for the tag titles somehow, even though it's a trios match, I would definitely say Damage Control. But since it's not, I'm gonna go with Becky, Lita, and Trish. I agree. I think Damage Control has been badly booked. I'm not really sure what they're doing with Damage Control at this point, especially with them not having the titles. I forgot they even had the titles when they had them, because they're just kind of hanging around. It was a really cool start for Damage Control when they began. They came out at SummerSlam. We haven't seen any of them in a while, and all that stuff. At this point, that kind of like cool stuff has worn the fuck off. I don't care about that anymore. It was really cool, like I said, but that was a year and a half ago.
Right.
And I'm over that. I'm over that shine. So I'm on to the next thing. And they're not keeping me in it at all. So the fact that they even had this match is great for them, but I don't get it.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Con?
Oh, I already said what I need to say.
You saying you picking Damage Control?
I'm picking Damage Control. Like I'm with y'all, bro. I have not kept up with this at all. I didn't even see Lita and Becky beat Damage Control for the belts. Like, is it disrespectful? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit about this match. I don't care. I don't give a fuck, man. I can recognize that Trish and Lita are legends. I can recognize that Becky Lynch and Bayley are great. I can recognize that Io Sky and Dakota are great. all this together, don't give a rat's ass about it. I am good.
Yeah.
I'm fucking good off it. Am I going to watch it still? Probably. But it's going to be the bathroom break match for me.
Yep.
Don't give
I
a
hope
shit.
it's early on, like on Saturday, driving home.
Again, don't give a shit.
Don't give a shit.
Don't give a
care.
fuck.
Don't care.
I have no horse in this race. Don't give a fuck. I love.
So here's my one thing about it though. I don't care about this match, but we had this conversation in the text. I really enjoyed the 8-man tag match that happened on Raw. So this is, to me, while I don't care about this match, I still think it's going to be a good, fun match. Sure. But my pick is going to be Ricochet and Braun Strowman. One of the reasons is because I think that both the Street Profits and Alpha Academy are probably going to go their separate ways very soon after WrestleMania. I think a loss here is probably going to be part of what works into that. So, Braun and Ricochet are my choice here.
You said you think Street Profits is going separate ways?
I think they will. They've just kind of been in limbo for a little bit now, and I think especially after Montez's performance at Elimination Chamber, I think this is the right time. Like they've done as much as they can. Yeah, I think it's time for Tez to go out on his own.
Yeah.
I was going to say Street Profits to win this, but now that you said that, I kind of do agree. I don't think Viking Raiders are here. I think Alpha Academy is done already. I don't know why they're just keeping this dead horse alive for some reason. Like, we know Otis is happening. We've seen it.
Right.
Like, and I'm actually interested in like how that's going to work because I think it's hilarious.
I do too.
I think it's a great story. Braun and Ricochet make the most sense. I think they've been the most dominant out of the four as well. I'm not sure.
Fight and flight.
The tag team division is in shambles in WWE, boy.
Yeah. You're picking Braun and Ricochet too, right, Ham?
Yep.
And then Con, who you picking, bro?
I'm gonna still say the Street Profits.
All right. I can see that. I can really see that happening. I think they're the favorite to win just because I feel like everybody likes them.
Yeah.
But I just don't. I kind of agree that we're kind of getting to the end days of this with them. So I think that's kind of where we're kind of getting the out of it. Let's see what's next.
Oh,
Asuka. I love both of these women. I really do. Huge fan of both of them. But Bianca has definitely gotten stale. She's run out of people to beat, and it's been a year now. It's time for her to lose it.
Yeah, she's done everything she needs. She can do as a women's champion at this point.
Yeah. She's done everything she can. More than that, I think that they're not going to make the same mistake with Asuka again that they did against Charlotte, because I think that was a mistake, putting Charlotte over her. And I don't think they're going to do that again, especially with bringing Asuka back with a renewed character. So
absolutely,
Asuka's my choice.
Asuka's mine too.
I don't really know what they would do with Asuka if she didn't win.
If she didn't win?
If she did not win, what would they do with her?
Yeah, like that. You did this whole kind of like reboot of her character, almost in a sense, and
barely a reboot too.
Yeah,
reboot. It doesn't. It doesn't feel different.
It feels different to me, because this is like kind of like a callback to her old character. I mean, y'all know this, but like this is a callback to her character before WWE.
I'll be honest. I said the same thing on their prediction show. This doesn't feel like a reboot to me either. You know why? I was really expecting Asuka to come back and be the Asuka of old, the Asuka of NXT that came out and fucking wrecked people and just beat the shit out of people. And 3 weeks ago, she struggled to beat Liv Morgan. Like she's still that same character in the ring. And that's not what I wanted out of this. I wanted the old Asuka that beat the hell out of people. The one that made me go, oh shit, she beat the fuck out of me. I don't want to run into her in a dark alley. I'm hanging in there for
Asuka. I'm hanging in there for her. We'll
She's
see.
Definitely been less on the mic than she used to.
Yeah,
less
comedic.
Yeah, she used to just do the she'd yell in Japanese and then she'd say something in English that gets to the point, and then but it was like it was funny. It was comedic, and it was just like Okay, and she hasn't done any of that. She's done like the maniacal laugh thing with her teeth being blue. It's a little different, but really, I mean, like, you know, I agree. Like, I really haven't seen much different. I mean, the face paint's different. Like, I don't know. It's I don't know. I hope this kind of, you know, it's a slow burn maybe with this new thing that they're doing.
That's
and I
how
hope
I'm
the
taking it.
championship kind of helps it.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm taking it. Y'all do make good points, but I'm trying to have the faith in Asuka because like when I'm with Hambo when she came out, I was expecting to see Empress of Tomorrow Asuka, who was just dominating. Yeah. And I also agree when Hambo says Charlotte should not have been the one to break Asuka's streak.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't need that.
Nope. She didn't need it at WrestleMania either.
She didn't need that shit at period.
For the first ever Royal Rumble women's winner, and she fucking lost at WrestleMania.
Didn't fucking need that shit. But I'm holding on. I'm hanging in there for Asuka. I'm taking it like Nick said, as Nick suggested. I'm taking it as a slow burn. I hope that this match with Bianca, we see what we're hoping to see. But yeah, that's as far as I can take it. I got Asuka winning this, and that's really it.
Can I just mention a little side story here that I think is funny? So a couple weeks ago, y'all remember when Asuka came out and she saved Bianca, and then she did the whole laughing thing, and she had the blue mist, right? And they had like the little stare off.
Yeah.
So I posted that video on TikTok weeks ago. I am still getting comments on it to this day, and every other comment is, "What is that in her mouth?" And every other comment to those comments is, "Oh, it's wasabi powder. It's this pepper powder. It's this, it's that." And I'm like, do you motherfuckers not know this shit ain't real?
Yo, wrestling fans are so stupid.
Like, there's a lot of motherfuckers who don't think that that's just water with food coloring. Like,
that's all wrestling. It is, right?
It's not real. She's not going out there and spitting wasabi fucking powder fluid into Bianca's face. This isn't a real fight. But there's a lot of motherfuckers on that video that think that it is.
God
and it
bless
is
you, idiots.
Entertaining to me.
God bless you fucking idiots, man. You gotta love wrestling fans.
I put a comment on there. I was like, do y'all not know that like this is real? And then I immediately took it down because I'm like, fuck this. This is too entertaining. I can't believe this many people think that this is real.
Are dumb as shit. Yeah.
We might have to do a segment on idiot people in our comment section.
On stupid fans. Oh, I love that. Where we just read stupid comments.
I would not.
Okay.
Would that be considered bullying?
Idiot names out. I would not blur their fucking names out. I would let you live with that stupid shit, and we would talk about that shit. I think that'd be.
I want to do a read mean tweets. I want to do a reads mean comments one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. Let's. Yeah.
Idiots, bro.
That's a good one, Nick. We're gonna work that in.
Yeah.
I'll let y'all handle that one. Go on.
Brock wins. I've compared this match is an action movie trailer, as in, when you watch an action movie trailer and you see all the cool parts and then the rest of the movie sucks. That's what this is going to be. This match is designed so that Brock can give Omos an F5 and the rest of the match is going to blow.
Yeah, Nick, don't write down a prediction for me. I don't give a shit.
He's taking a fucking point off of himself because he cares so little.
I IDGAF about that match. Don't give a shit. Have a ball. Have a fucking blast.
Right there, bro.
I
don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
hey, WWE, way to make me not give a shit. And I know I'm in the minority, and I know y'all don't give a fuck because y'all got a bunch of fans who want to see this. Motherfuck. This is the ultimate bathroom break match.
Yeah. This is definitely my
because as I'm holding my piss for whatever match goes on before this, I will go out of my way to enjoy the length of that piss. I will sit in the bathroom and enjoy not watching this bullshit.
This might be a poop break match.
This is a
just so I can take
shower break match. I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to exfoliate. I might even wash my fucking hair.
So Con, I was telling Hambone that we have Alex's party to go to Saturday night. So I'm gonna be at a bar somewhere in Alexandria.
Oh shit.
For like the first hour probably that WrestleMania is on.
Yeah.
So I'm really hoping that, because I know John Cena is starting, so I know I'm going to be sitting there with my phone watching John Cena and Austin Theory. I know I'm going to watch that.
Yeah.
I really hope this is the second match, or the women's match is the second match. One of those things has to be the second match so I can get out of that bar and come home. So you
don't
can
feel like
watch
you're
the rest
missing
of the shit.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
because
God.
I'm really hoping it's not just like straight bangers for 3 hours and all of a sudden they get off to the bullshit. when I
That'd
get
be
home.
horrible. That'd be horrible.
Yeah,
I
that'd
am
be really
definitely
bad.
going to take a shower, make dinner. I'll take Finn on a nice long walk because he deserves it. I'll take a hell of a smoke break. Just anything to go out of my. I'm being that fan on when that match comes on. I'm going to be the most annoying fan. I'm going to make not giving a shit about this match my entire personality for the entire length of this match.
Well, Nick,
that,
do you have a pick?
I'm gonna pick Brock because obvious reasons. Con, who would you want to see Brock Lesnar face?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, you're good.
There was rumors going around of Brock and Gunter, and I would have loved to see that, especially if Brock put him over. But I would have loved to see those two big motherfuckers that slap the shit out of each other, and they would have had a great match. Great match.
Yeah. See where Con's coming at. I think these are good.
All right. Sorry. Fucking the cat and the dog were fighting. What were you asking me, Nick?
I was asking, who would you want to see Brock Lesnar face? Because I know you don't like Brock Lesnar. So what would be a good Brock Lesnar match to you?
That match, the match would have to be good for, like, Brock would have to give a fuck. As of right now, I would really like to see Brock and Edge lock up. I've never seen Brock and Edge wrestle.
Ooh.
I would like to see that. Who else? Brock and Cody. That would be good. That would be really good, honestly, in my opinion.
Right.
I think Brock and Cody would be really
See
good.
that with him, I think we'll talk about it later, but I think he's gonna be the champion soon. I can really see that.
I think Brock and Cody would be really good.
I said Gunter.
Brock and Gunter. Oh, wow. Brock and Gunter. Brock and Sheamus have fought before, right?
I don't know.
If I feel like they have, and I feel like it was probably for like some like kind of like one-off type deal, like maybe like for like an overseas show or some shit. But if they haven't done that already, well, even if they have already, yeah, Gunter and Sheamus.
Yeah,
I'd love to see him against those guys. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Sheamus,
this right here is probably going to be my match of the night. I am fucking stoked for this.
It might be mine too. As much shit as I talked about saying that Drew McIntyre is not interesting in this setting, bro, they're all gonna smoke it. They're all gonna smoke it. As I don't want to see
the epitome of big meaty men slapping meat right here.
Yes, sir.
As much as I like, I actually don't want to see Gunter lose the belt. I'm not ready for him to give it up. But if I had a horse in this, before I said I didn't have a horse in this race, I lied. I take that back. Sheamus is my horse in the race. I've been watching Sheamus's YouTube channel where the Celtic Warrior workouts. Love him. Sheamus is hilarious, bro. He's funny as fuck outside of wrestling, and it's really made me become a really big fan of him. During a period where I kind of cooled down on Sheamus. So if you're asking me, I want Sheamus to win.
Okay.
I am saying the same thing, actually. From what I understand, this is a belt he has not gotten.
I thought he did win it finally.
This is the only match. This is the only title he has not won.
He still hasn't won the title.
Still hasn't won it.
For that reason alone, I think he's going to get it. I really do. I really think they won it.
A Grand Slam champion if he wins this?
Yep.
That would be amazing to see. I think that'd be really dope. I think they want that. I think. How long has Gunter been champion?
Over a year now, right?
Yeah, over a year. He's the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion ever at this point. He has surpassed Honky Tonk Man's record.
That's crazy.
I could easily see Gunter losing this title and then on Raw going for another title right then and there. I really like.
I wouldn't be mad at that.
A U.S. champion doesn't matter to me. I don't know what it is, but it could be anything. He would go straight for that, and he'd get it. I think he would. Because I think they like him a lot, dude. I think he's super dominant. I I don't see a slowdown with him. I think him and Imperium are on top of their game.
Definitely.
And I think him losing. I don't think him losing this title even hurts him.
No, absolutely not. No.
Truthfully, I really don't see it. Like, oh no, he lost it. He's gonna get something.
If this match ends up being as good as we're all sitting here saying that it will be, no one will take an L in this match at all.
Honestly, if Sheamus wins this, is it Money in the Bank after this?
Nah, it's Backlash, but they call it WrestleMania Backlash now.
It's not Backlash. This might be Sheamus Gunther might be the match
Money in the Bank ladder winner.
Say again?
The Money in the Bank ladder winner.
No, I'm saying this Sheamus versus Gunther might be like the match that happens at like SummerSlam or something where Gunther gets this belt back. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking whatever the next big one is, the next big pay-per-view that it is where they would switch the titles like that. I think that's when Gunther gets this back from Sheamus. Sheamus is going to have this for a little bit.
Okay.
I don't think Sheamus is going to lose it like that either. I really think he's going to have it for a tiny bit, and they're going to enjoy him being a Grand Slam champion, and it's going to be nice.
Okay.
Ham, where you at?
So, you guys know that I'm not a big on Drew McIntyre either. I think he's pretty stale and everything right now. But I love Sheamus and Gunther. Sheamus, one of the best big men of the past 20 years. People are just now realizing how good he is. I don't know why that is, but one of the best big men of the past 20 years. But first, I'm going to give you my prediction. Then I'm going to give you a couple scenarios that I could see happening afterwards. My prediction is that Gunther still walks out Intercontinental Champion.
Not mad at it.
Nope.
Not mad at it.
But if Sheamus were to win, I think that the way that he wins is by pinning Drew. That way, Gunther doesn't even take the pin and doesn't look bad at all.
Very smart.
But if I am right and Gunther walks out Intercontinental Champion, I still believe that Sheamus is going to get that Intercontinental title later this year, but it's going to be at Money in the Bank, which is in London.
Oh,
Have them do it in the UK.
Forgot about that.
Where he's going to get a huge reaction. I mean, he'll still get a big one at WrestleMania, sure.
Yeah.
But over in the UK, he wins the Intercontinental title, the one that's escaped him. I think that's the place to do it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I like that a lot, actually.
We got a few minutes left. What we got?
I'm going as long as y'all want to go, to be honest.
I'm good to go through the rest of the matches, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm chilling. Man.
If y'all are, I am. So
especially with this
bathroom
break, I don't give a shit about this.
Yeah, this is another bathroom break, but I'm gonna go back to my other shit. This is the only match. The only reason this match exists is so that Ronda and Shayna can win as a tag team, and that is why I said BLT are going to win earlier, because they are going to take the tag titles off of them, and they have history with Becky. So Shayna and Ronda win this, no doubt about it.
Chelsea and Sonya, because I like Chelsea and Sonya. That's my only reason. No facts, no stats, no nothing. Just I like Chelsea and Sonya.
Khan's not even trying to win the prediction thing. He just says, "Fuck it," you know.
She said Chelsea and Sonya.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point it's pretty well recorded that I'm a big Raquel fan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I definitely see a Ronda and Shayna thing going on. I don't care about Ronda Rousey. I don't like Shayna with Ronda Rousey. I don't like the character that Shayna is with Ronda Rousey. So I
think they're great together.
I agree.
Because I think that Shayna, it's great because Shayna carries Ronda, because Shayna is a better professional wrestler than Ronda Rousey is.
On top of that, their partnership is organic. Like, I mean, we all know their history together. They're legitimately friends. Like they legitimately came from the UFC together.
Yep.
That's what makes me like them together. So that's my only reason. I'm not even mad at Nick's reason for not liking them, but that's why.
I'm gonna say Raquel and Liv, just because I like Raquel.
I like Raquel too.
I'm okay with Liv, but
although somebody on Twitter gave Natalya and Shotzi a great tag team name, Shots Through the Heart.
That's a good name. That's a good name.
Good fucking name.
That is a good name.
Although I don't like them as a
give
team.
a rat's
Because I love.
don't give a rat's ass about Shotzi. Don't give a fuck.
I
about
love
it.
Shotzi, but I could not care less about Natalya. Shotzi is probably my favorite women's wrestler. Could not care less about Natalya.
I like Shotzi. I just don't like the team. I actually would. I'm okay with Raquel and Liv as a team. I think that doesn't make sense really, but I don't know. It just
none of them make
okay.
sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Chelsea and so I don't like Sonya. That's on record.
That's he's on record saying that.
I think Sonya is drip god. She dresses the fuck out.
Sure does.
I don't like Sonya as a character.
Yeah.
The Chelsea Green character right now is funny, but I don't really. I personally don't have a dog in this race really, but I like Raquel, so Raquel's gonna win that for me. So here,
the one that Nick predicted would happen.
Yeah,
the one that Nick predicted.
I was really hoping Hell in a Cell, Nick, and I got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. If this match didn't get Hell in the Cell, don't care about it.
I wouldn't have cared if it was a singles match. I would have.
Yep.
I told this to Nick. We talked about it, me and Nick. If a Hell in a Cell or a Last Man Standing match, I would have been cool with one of those two. Well, no, they had a not quit match. That's what it was. Yeah, Hell in a Cell or Last Man Standing. Those would have been the two matches that I would have that I'd sit down and watch with these two involved. But like anything else with them, like a regular singles match, I ain't watching that.
Nope. No.
Yeah, I wanted Hell in a Cell. I wanted Demon Finn. I wanted I didn't want the original Hell in a Cell back, but we're getting it, which I think is really cool.
I did.
You wanted that?
I don't like the red. I don't like the red chain. I don't like the red.
I didn't care about it either way, to be honest with you. I think it makes a whole lot of sense for it to be red, but I've seen other clips of Hell in a Cell where the thing is silver. So I'm cool with it being silver again. I don't care whether or not
I just don't think the red looks good on TV.
No, bro. I hate the red, bro.
It's a lot harder to see through it to actually see the action.
I can't take the match seriously when it's a red cell.
Yeah. I just don't think it looks good on television. That's all.
I've seen more weird Hell in a Cell matches than I've seen good ones, and that's unfortunate for me. But I'm very looking forward to this match. Yeah. And I'm good off of a Last Standing match for a while after seeing MJF and Bryan Danielson, so I'm really glad to see
Iron Man match.
Yeah, Iron Man, yeah. I'm good off of that. Oh wait, who was the last person to do Last Man Standing? Oh, it's Brock and Roman, huh?
Roman, yeah.
They did one. That was actually really good. That's one of my favorite.
A great match.
That's one of my favorite matches.
A really good match. Yeah, I love that.
One of my favorite matches ever. I love that thing. But yeah, I'm okay with anything. I wanted to see this be Hell in a Cell. Like this has to be the final. We're done with this after
the conclusion.
Gotta be.
This is done. This is the end.
I love that Hell in a Cell is being treated with respect again. It's not a pay-per-view. No. This is the fucking match that ends a blood feud. That is what this match is.
Yep. Thank you. It's not a novelty.
No.
Who are you guys picking?
Edge.
I'm actually picking Finn. I think because I think that first off, this is Edge's final year. I think he's going to spend it putting people over, other than possibly his final match. But more than that, we have had plenty of discussions here about the fact that Finn Balor is almost an afterthought in Judgment Day. And I think that, there's a good possibility that after WrestleMania, a lot of Judgment Day is probably going to go their separate ways. Yeah. And I think if that's the case, Finn needs to win this match for himself. So that's why I'm going with Finn.
Not only has he been an afterthought, he's been dead weight. Same with Damian Priest. That Rhea Ripley has been carrying them on her back since day. I'm just kidding. I actually do.
Where's the lie, though? Where's the lie?
I think Judgment Day is almost done. I think Rhea and Dom will go their own way. I think Finn will go his own way. I think Damian not having a WrestleMania match at all is very telling. Which I didn't think about it until this card stuff came out. I was like, there's no Damian at all. Finn's got something, Rhea's got something, and Dom's got something. Damian's not here at all.
Wait, Priest isn't in that Battle Royal thing?
Yeah, but that's not a WrestleMania.
That's on SmackDown.
That's SmackDown.
Oh, I thought that was
Mania. That's not happening at all.
Oh. The one that battle royal that like we were talking about, like why is Bobby in there?
Andre the Giant thing. Yeah, that's on SmackDown.
baby.
Yeah, that's not even
okay.
Yeah, WrestleMania weekend, but not WrestleMania. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's not
That's
not
crazy
a thing at all. So I'm picking Finn too, actually, for pretty much the same reasons. I think Finn needs this win more than Edge. I don't think Edge needs a win.
Edge don't need it.
I think Edge is pretty much on his way out. I think he's probably preparing his last match at this point.
He's a Hall of Fame.
He's probably thinking about who he's doing for that. Yeah, so I think this is really just, like I said, the end of the blood feud. I think this is done after this. I think we're both moving on, and I think Judgment Day is probably done after this too. Not done right away, but like we're gonna see the end days of Judgment Day here coming soon.
Yeah.
So I'm picking Finn.
You son of a bitch. The end days of Judgment Day. I see what you did there.
Haha.
Let's do this one first.
I'm gonna say mine, and then I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Seth. And
Seth.
I do want to see this match. I know it's gonna be a great match.
I did too. Yeah, I did too.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't like Logan, can't deny that the guy's kind of good. And he's in there with the best all-around wrestler in the company. So I am also going Seth. I did read that this Logan said it himself that this is his last match for his contract. So unless WWE re-signs him, he's on his way out. But more than that, I just don't think that Logan Paul is ever going to be used in a long-term fashion. I think he is an attraction. I think he is somebody that they plan to bring in to do something like this. Have a little feud, go off for a while, just to get people talking, come back, get people talking again, have a little feud, go off for a while. I think if he re-signs, that's exactly what they'll do here. So I just don't see any reason for him to win here.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this, oddly enough, has had a better story than a lot of the matches we've gone over today.
Yeah,
which is very surprising. I was actually interested in seeing Logan and Seth go back and forth, compared to a lot of like Bianca and Asuka. I didn't really care to see any of that.
Right.
Much as I love Bianca and respect Asuka, I didn't really care about none of that. But yeah, I don't think Logan has a reason to win. I don't think Seth really has a reason to win either. But if Logan's out of his contract with this,
This is an attraction match. It's an attraction match.
It is absolutely attraction.
Which I'm not mad at. I'm not mad at.
No,
It's
no,
gonna be a
no.
good match either way. But yeah, it's an attraction match. That's all it is.
I think I'm going Seth.
Yeah.
somebody on B-Roll and XOJ's prediction show made the prediction that Logan would re-sign and win Money in the Bank.
I wouldn't be mad at that either. Actually. I would not be mad.
That would be interesting.
Basically,
That'd be
almost just as a marketing ploy, because just think of him. You give him that briefcase, he's going to be making TikToks. He's going to be making Instagram posts.
Hey, bro, look, I know he's
everywhere.
a dickhead. I know he's a dickhead, but like in WWE, I like Logan Paul. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
He's good.
I like him, bro.
He can go.
I drafted him for my fantasy roster because he's really good in the fucking game too.
I fuck with him, bro.
Is he in the game too? That's great.
Yeah, he's in the game.
He is.
That's great.
I still don't like him personally, but I'm not gonna take away the fact that
sack of shit. But like wrestling wise, I fuck with him.
Yeah, I can't take away that he's picked this up and he's done better than any other celebrity I've ever seen. So
I can't hate, bro. He's smoking. He's smoking it.
Let's see here.
This is one of the matches I am most looking forward to.
I got Dom winning.
Woo!
Same.
Woo!
Yep.
My goodness.
I think Dom's gonna beat him, but I do think that like it's gonna end with Ray. Like it's gonna be like Dom's gonna win, but Ray's gonna be the one getting cheered at the end.
Yeah.
I feel like he's still gonna get his revenge on Dom in some way, even though he loses. I feel like Dom's gonna do some like sneaky chicken shit heel shit to win. Maybe like like I don't know, like pin him with his legs on the ropes type shit. And I feel like the match is gonna end, and Ray's gonna probably beat Dom's ass in a way that sends the crowd home happy or something. I just don't. I like the way that we both sat here, like we all sat here and said, like Edge doesn't need to beat Finn. Ray don't need to beat Dom.
He doesn't.
No. I definitely have Dom here. Ray, I think there was something that came out. I don't know if it's true or not, to where Ray is not retiring. That Triple H, that he wanted to, Triple H talked him out of it. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. I think that this is the perfect scenario for it to happen. I really thought that what we were going to get was Dom was going to come out, Raw or SmackDown and say, hey, if you want the match now, you got to put your career on the line. And then Dom would beat him. Ray would get his Hall of Fame induction, put over his son on the way out, probably, a picture perfect retirement match for him. But I don't really know if he's sticking around or not. But either way, I see Dom winning. No reason for Ray to win. Dom really needs to go over here. It'll be a career-making match for him. Absolutely. I also think that Dom needs to come out in a lowrider for his entrance.
Oh, that'd be nuts. That'd be nuts. Nah, that'd be fly.
That'd be fire.
That'd be fly.
I was gonna say Ray,
or if I was about to say, or if Ray came out in the lowrider, that actually.
I think it'd be better for Dom because it's more of the heelish move of I wish Eddie was my father, et cetera, et cetera.
But I feel like it can go both ways because obviously we know why Ray would do it. We all know why Ray would do it. So it would be really cool if Dom did it, but I think it would be just as cool if Ray did it.
Yeah,
I was gonna say Ray, but I don't really have a great reason because you guys have all the good reasons for Dom. So I'm picking Dom. Yeah, no,
man, what a fucking career change in a year for this kid.
For real, man.
I mean, he won last year at WrestleMania too, but Jesus Christ.
Right? I feel like last year we all kind of sat here and was like, yo, he's not great, but like give him time, like let him cook.
Right.
He's not even in his prime yet. He's not even in his prime, but like the turnaround, bro. Like now we loved it. Well, is it fair to say that we enjoy Dom Mysterio at this? Yeah.
Very much so.
He's doing it. He's killing it, bro.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite parts of WWE programming now. A year ago, wouldn't have believed it if you had told me that, but
he's gotten so much better in 1 year. And like we knew this. We knew this.
The theories are go awry right here.
KO Sammy.
I
really don't have anything to say about this because I feel like we've like said so much already. So I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. KO and Sammy.
Yeah. KO and Sammy is my pick too. I don't see any reason for them not to win here. The Usos title reign needs to come to an end. This has to be part of the downfall of the bloodline, which is what I think, we're going to see at WrestleMania and in the weeks after. So KO Sammy, it's gotta be.
I think.
What are you thinking, Nick? What's spinning around in that covered, beautiful head of yours?
I think
he cocked it. He cocked it.
Locked and loaded.
He took it off safety.
I think the Usos still being the undisputed tag team champions is going to be a big rift between the former undisputed Universal WWE champion Roman Reigns when he loses to Cody.
Yep.
I think it's going to be a huge rift that they still have their titles and he does not. Mm-hmm. And I think they're going to realize that he's not the top dog, he's not the tribal chief, he's not the head of the table because he does not have those titles. I'm picking the Usos to beat KO and Sammy. I think it sucks for Sammy. I don't think KO is going to get hurt by it, but I think it sucks for Sammy. But I think the Usos retain, and it probably will be some sort of shiesty way where Solo involves himself or something else. But I think the Usos retain because of what happens in the main event on Sunday.
I don't hate that theory. I mean, I've said for a while that one of the outcomes to me would be that the Usos and Solo would kick Roman out of the bloodline if he lost the title, because all of a sudden he's the one embarrassing the family now in a way that he always accused them of.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's definitely not a bad theory. I could definitely see it where they're like, yo, you're the only one who's not a champion anymore. You need to go. You're out.
I think even Solo gives him the side eye for this shit too. I think Solo gives Roman the side eye when he loses this shit. I really do.
They all will.
Yeah, they're all gonna do it. I think they're all gonna look at him strange as fuck when he loses this shit. I think, and I have Cody winning this. I really do.
I think it's safe to assume we all do. Right?
Yeah, I do. Yep.
We all do.
Yep.
Yeah.
I said before, I don't. Go ahead, Nick.
I do not think the bloodline falls all the way down.
No, not right away.
I think it breaks apart like an explosion, not like it's tumbling down. It's going this way.
I think the same way that we saw the bloodline be built up like these past 2 years,
it's going to be built down.
I think they're going to spend the next year telling the story of their split.
Yep, absolutely. I think we still probably won't see Roman for a little bit on TV. Might be a couple weeks. It won't be long. It'll be a couple weeks. And then finally he'll show back up and he'll confront the Usos, and the Usos will be like, nah, dog, you're not it. You're not the guy. You're not, and Solo even's like, can't do it, like we're like, I can't listen to you. And I think Paul even steps away from them too.
Yeah. I think here's a scenario that I would like to see. And I'm not going to say here's what I think will happen. Here's what I would like to see.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see Roman not take the break yet. I want to see like the events that happen after his loss to Cody, if and when it happens. I want those to lead to him, being gone for a while. I want to see, like y'all said, I want to see his cousins now side-eyeing him because you're our tribal chief. Why did you lose? I want to see Paul trying to do his best to remain a wise man for him, but him too feeling conflicted because here he is backing this man for the past 2 years and he loses. I want to see the same way we saw that little ceremony of Afa and Sika putting the lei on Roman. I want to see some type of ceremony where they take it off of him in front of his cousins. They have everyone from the Anawati family standing around in the ring. You see Afa and Sika. You see not The Rock. The Rock don't got to be there, and not even his mom really has to be there. But Tamina's there. Even Nia might be there. Yep. Just like all the Samoans that are still actively wrestling, and his father and his uncle, just all in around the ring, and it's this big ceremony to take the lei off Roman. I want to see that because it humiliates him in front of his family. Jimmy, Jay, Solo, they've never seen something like that happen to their tribal chief. Mm-hmm. I want to see that. And then I want to see Jimmy and Jay be like, look, man, we're out. We're gone. I want to see Solo say, nah, I'm going to stay. And they look at him and be like, yo, you sure you want to do that? He's like, yeah, I'm cool. I want to stay. Cool. You're still our bro. We love you. Watch your back.
Like that.
And then Roman is still rocking with, I want to see Paul still rocking with Roman reluctantly. I want to see Solo still rocking with Roman reluctantly. And I want every week of that, I want to see Solo's doubt of Roman as a leader grow and grow and grow until to the point where now, because Roman's now, I mean, we all, maybe I'm the only one that knows what it's like. Maybe y'all know what it's like. But when someone goes from being on top to like that really, really hard fall off, you know what I mean? We see that person change. And obviously Roman was an asshole as the top guy, but like you really do see people, you do see the worst in people when they're down bad.
Yep.
And I want to see the worst in Roman Reigns come out, and I want to see him take those frustrations out on Solo, and Solo recognize that he's taking it out on him, and Solo finally being like, I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm not your enforcer. I'm not your cousin anymore. I'm going to beat the shit out of you. because you lost every fucking thing and you're a fucking former shell of yourself. And I'm the only one that fucking stayed with you when your cousins decided that they wanted a fucking split and Brock and Paul decided to go back to fucking Brock for the 15,000th time. I stayed with you, dog. I rocked with you because I loved you and I believed in you. And even though you fell off, I was like, you're going to get back on your feet. But now I'm tired of it. It's time for me. It's time for Solo to go solo. And it's going to start with me kicking your ass. That's what I want to see.
Mm-hmm. I like that a lot, actually. I kind of hope that's what happens.
I hope it does. That'd be really cool.
Yeah. My whole thing with this match, because as you guys know, a lot of people still think that Roman is going to win so he can hit that 1,000 days. And I have said it a million times. It just does not make sense. Even if you're looking at this, you take out the favorites. Like, obviously in this, I want Cody to win because I am a big Cody fan, and I think it's time. I think it's time I like Roman, but I think it's time for him to lose. And I think that Cody needs to be the guy. But more so than that, even if you just look at it from a business decision, there is only one positive to Roman winning, and that is for him to get to 1,000 days. And in the grand scheme of things, that really just doesn't fucking matter. On Saturday, on Sunday, he'll be at what, 945, something around there. Nobody's touching that number for a title reign for a very long time. They're just not. Nobody's getting close to that. So who gives a shit whether it's 945 or 1,000?
Right.
It really doesn't matter, especially when the flip side to that is if you do that, you're going to take Cody, who they have put a ton of money into. They have clearly positioned him as one of the top guys. Heyman just ran him down last week. Ran him down for him to get beat by Roman, prove Paul Heyman right. So all the fans are going to stop believing in him. He's one of the top merchandise sellers. You're going to take that away from him. The crowd's going to be fucking blown if Roman wins. So you're going to send the fans home unhappy.
Yep.
And then on top of that, because everybody's like, oh, well, just let Roman get to 1,000 days and then give it to Cody at SummerSlam. Nobody gives a fuck about SummerSlam.
Won't be the same effect.
It won't be the same. It does not have the same impact as Mania. But more so than that, if Cody loses at Mania, then he's like everybody else. He's like Kevin Owens. He's like Seth Rollins. He's like Brock. He has lost to Roman already. So why do I care at SummerSlam? He's already lost. He's already shown that he is not good enough to beat Roman. So if you take that away from Cody, first off, you fuck Cody over. But more so than that, then who the fuck does he lose it to? There's nobody left. It has to be Cody because everybody is looking at him like the Monster Slayer. He is the only one that is on the roster that Roman has not faced before, has not already defeated. And if it's not him, it just doesn't make sense.
If Cody does not win, the man who is supposed to beat Roman Reigns does not exist on the WWE roster.
Right.
I could not tell you who that person is, but if Cody doesn't beat him, then that guy don't exist in that roster to me. That's just how I see it.
Yeah.
I agree. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah. He's not there because nobody's going to care again about just the same matches over and over and over. People that Roman has already beat over and over and over. That's not what anybody wants to see.
I saw the list of people that Roman's beaten during this reign. I think KO alone is on there like 5 times.
Yep. Yeah.
5 different times, bro. Like he's beaten everybody at least twice at this point.
It's been 2 years. He's beaten Brock at least twice in the past 2 years. It might even be more than that. Like, there's just nobody else. It has to be Cody. And like I said, the era is going to be sucked out of that arena if he does not win.
Yep.
So
it really kind of the way you said it. If Cody doesn't beat him, then the person who beats him is not on this roster. Cody was the person that wasn't on this roster a year ago. Yeah. A year ago, this guy wasn't even here. And now all of a sudden he's back and he's going to be the guy. Like literally no one on the roster could do it. So here we are with Cody. I mean, that is the storyline we're here at now. We're already at that point. We can't do this again. Like, I think you cool everybody off of, like, besides the people that throw out the ones no matter what. I think you cool off everybody from both these guys if Cody does not walk away the Universal Champion.
Thank you.
The undisputed champion. Absolutely.
I agree.
Me included. I don't want to see Cody or Roman again. If
Right.
like I don't who's Cody gonna be? What's Cody gonna do? I don't know.
Right.
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I got no clue who Cody's gonna do, what Cody's gonna do after if he doesn't win. I got no clue what Roman's gonna do if he does win. It doesn't make any sense to me to do it any other way.
Right. And I think that's what, the people who are making the argument for Roman are, like you said, Nick, they are just simply people who are always throwing up the ones. They are Roman marks, and that's fine. You want to see your favorite win, but in the grand scheme of things, like business wise, it just does not make sense for Roman to win here.
Nope.
Yep.
Nobody cares about 50 extra days. It does not make sense for him to win just to tack on 50 extra days to a reign. It just doesn't.
That's it.
So
I have one more thing for you guys that I would like you to predict.
Okay.
Who's gonna show up that we don't know is coming? What are we gonna see? Special guest?
Randy.
That's where I'm at.
Randy.
I'm at Randy too.
If I were guessing, I don't even know if it'll be at Mania. I have more of I think the surprises are going to be at the Raw after Mania, personally. Randy's a good choice, but I would go with either Jay White or Matt Cardona.
Ooh.
I don't have a lot of faith in the Raw after WrestleMania. The last couple ones have been pretty butthole to me.
I've got faith in Papa H.
I hope so, man. I hope so, because I look very, very forward to the Raw.
That's true. We have not been.
The last couple ones just been very uneventful. So like I'm not that excited for him, but like I hope that we see some cool shit.
Yeah. We have not gotten a Triple H Raw after Mania, have we? We have
not. This will be the first one.
Yeah. So that would be this would be new.
Yeah. For sure. All right, fellas. Well, that's our episode. We're not getting into the other thing we talked about, right?
No,
it's been 2.5 hours.
Yeah, we're done.
So that's the end of March MadDrip. If you didn't watch the entire thing, Ricky Starks, winner of the inaugural Ego Drip March MadDrip tournament. We gave our predictions on WrestleMania. WrestleMania this weekend, as you guys know, lots of wrestling this weekend.
Yeah, Rico. Yeah, Rico.
Which one are you guys tuning in Friday? Which one are you guys?
I'm watching SmackDown Live because I think that's the most important thing right now. Yeah. But I'm definitely making time to watch the other two.
I'm gonna watch SmackDown, and I'm definitely gonna I'm definitely going to look at the Ring of Honor pay-per-view. I definitely want to see that. And the multiverse one, I'm probably gonna peep that tomorrow, or excuse me, Saturday, because Saturday I ain't doing shit. So I'm gonna probably just watch that as I do laundry.
I'm probably calling in to work on Monday, so I'm probably going to catch up on my shit there.
Nice.
Just to talk about it real quick, multiverse. I know, Con, you don't like Speedball, but I'm really looking forward to Speedball and Tanahashi.
I'm gonna give him a chance. I'm gonna give him a chance.
All right. That's all I can ask. That's all I can ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a chance. I keep hearing good things about him, but when I look at him, I get upset.
No, I get it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, that is our show for this week. We hope that you enjoy this whole weekend of wrestling. It's going to be a great weekend for wrestling fans. And next week, we will talk to you guys about what happened at WrestleMania and what happened at the Raw after.
Hell yeah.
Any last words, fellas?
Eat your veggies.
Veggies are good.
Stay moisturized.
Don't have unprotected segs.
Yeah, segs. Yeah, segs.
Raw segs.
No unprotected segs.
Raw segs.
Raw after Mania segs.
Fucking Nick. Fucking okay, bro. Fucking Ego Drip Podcast.
See you, fucking marks.
Oh shit.
Good ep as